Welcome, everybody, to tonight's football game against the McClain Tigers and the Adena Warriors. It's looking to be a fantastic night as it's about 75 degrees and sunny, and I think it's only going to get better as the night goes on, so we're looking forward to it. Tonight, I'll be your co-host, Nate Luke. David Weeks, our host, will be on here in just a few minutes, but we thought we might bring you a sort of State of the Union address with our principal, Matt Shelton, beforehand. Mr. Shelton, it's really good to have you on once again.
Thank you, Mr. Luke. I look forward to this every year when fall sports kick off and we have our first home football game. And I think you've invited me up here the last couple years.
Years, yep.
Just to kind of talk a little bit and welcome everybody out there listening and just kind of go over some updates to the high school, so I appreciate it.
Absolutely, yeah, we love having you on as always. There's just a certain ambiance about the first football game of the season, and with school starting this week as well, it's just a lot of excitement going on, not only around the school itself, but around the community, as you know. So just want to get your thoughts and just kind of get your opinions on how the school year has gone so far, even though we've only been in a couple short days. So, yeah, just tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Well, it was great, Mr. Luke. We had some teacher meetings the first few days and kind of getting things ready, everybody in their classrooms, preparing for the students. And then we kicked off yesterday morning with the kids, which is kind of nice. You have 2 days of sort of, opening items, orientation, things like that. Then Monday we'll kick off a full week, but things were just really smooth this week. The weather can't beat it. I mean, right now I'm looking outside and you can't beat this weather, right? So I just was really excited about the start of this year and our staff and kids coming back. There was just that level of excitement, like you just mentioned a minute ago. So it was really good.
Yeah, I know. Every first day of school, it's always so funny. About 7:30 in the morning, we get in the big gym. You have the students all on one side of the gym. You have the teachers all on the other, just giving each other the death stare, saying, "Hey, let's do this. Let's get it on now." And it's always really fun. I thought this year, just looking across the gym at the students, man, I think we had the whole half of that section filled up this year. So attendance numbers, how are attendance looking compared to previous years?
Yeah, it was great. I agree. We've never had pretty much every single seat on the home side of the big gym bleachers completely filled. So yeah, our enrollment is up. The great maintenance custodial workers we have, they had to go pull 18 desks out of our storage building for classrooms, and that was just in the high school. So yeah, numbers are up. But in attendance is great, right? I think we were missing 9 people the first day, and about the same today. So really good attendance to kick off the year. Just had that sense that things were going well. Students wanted to be there. They were excited to get back. Teachers were excited to have kids back, and I couldn't ask for a better start. So.
Absolutely, yeah. That definitely did seem like the students were really excited to be back in school yesterday, and even today. Sometimes those first day. That first day kind of loses its luster the second day, but it seemed like the students were still, excited to come back. Seems like there was a good culture being set so far. So I'm really excited about this. Mr. Shelton, what would you say is probably what you're most excited about this fall here at the school, or even just the rest of the year for that matter?
I think, Mr. Luke, just, the staff. We most everybody returned this year. As far as the high school staff, we only have a couple new people, and that's just because a few people shifting around. Jared Haynes is new assistant principal in the high school, and he's already just doing a great job. I wouldn't even have guessed that it was his first year. Just seems like he's been doing it for a long time. And we added, Jacob Catrone for social studies, and he's already doing a great job. I'm hearing good things. Kids are like, "Hey, I really like that new social studies teacher," So really excited about him. And then Cody Barnhart, he's one of our homegrown McClain grads, and he's an intervention specialist in the math department. So those 2 additions there, and just the solid staff we have, and just everybody kind of felt like smiling and excited to be there. There's just a positive culture. That's really important to me. So you have that, and you carry that into fall, and it makes a world of difference for how the school functions. So I think I'm most excited about that.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, one of the cool things about Greenfield is you see just about every kid in our school at a football game at least once. during the fall. And like I said, I mean, there's that start of the school year ambiance. There's that first game ambiance, but I mean, it's really cool to see our community. We always come out here and support our Tigers. Not just our Tigers, our Tiger band as well. They're walking across the track right now. The drum line's got them going. It's always so cool to see that. So
yeah, I agree. With opening day with all the staff and the band and Tigerettes, Majorettes are in there playing all through the auditorium. I mean, cold chills, right? I mean, it was just
Absolutely.
like so cool to kick off our year with the students engaging the staff, and they're awesome. We got great kids.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. The kids at Greenfield, outsiders will always come in and say they got their own flavor, and it's always a good thing. It's hard to kind of pin down exactly what that flavor is, but they have their own flavor, and it's really awesome to be a part of and be around just this school community and just this community in general. So, yeah, I mean, Mr. Shelton, I'll tell you what, we do have the band coming out here soon. We got the team coming out. I just wanted to say thank you for coming on with us, and hope to get you on maybe another time before the end of the season or maybe during basketball season sometime.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it, Mr. Luke, and thank you guys for what you do, Mr. Weeks. We got Brad rolling up here. He's a rock star. We appreciate you guys. You do all the stuff behind the scenes to make this possible for those of you that are out there listening, have the opportunity to do that while we're just in here, here with the kids. So thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Good
Thank
luck.
you, Mr. Shelton.
All right.
All right, you guys heard it there, Mr. Shelton, with the, I guess you could say, the State of the Union address of the school in this short school year. So we're going to come back to you here in just a couple minutes. We're going to wait for the coin toss. We're going to let the band do their thing. And, we'll get back to you here in just a few minutes.
Brace Place Orthodontics. An orthodontist you can trust, Brace Place provides braces and clear aligners to patients of all ages. They can help you get the beautiful smile that you want by straightening teeth naturally. As a specialty practice, their services are limited to orthodontics and related care. So that means every patient is important, and they'll work with your general dentist to give you the best orthodontic care possible. C&C Barbershop. Need a cut, trim, shave, or new style? C&C Barbershop has you covered. When you sit down in the chair, you'll be greeted with attention to detail, and you'll always finish with a refreshing hot towel, great for these cooler months. Whether you're growing a mullet or have come to your senses, C&C is the place to be for a great cut and a great time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Highland County, the McClain Marching Tigers and Tigerettes. The band rallies our fighting Tigers with the McClain Fight Song. I'm loud, aren't I? Sorry. Oh, hey, I'm around the leg of that chair. Can you undo me? The band pays homage to our School of Beauty with the playing of the McClain Alma Mater. Next, the band reminds us that no matter what sideline you cheer for, we come together as fellow Americans as they perform a precision block band drill to America the Beautiful. Please rise for the colors, being presented this evening by members of McClain's own Cadet Corps. The Corps is under the guidance of Master Sergeant John Wilson. Members of tonight's flag detail include Cadet Second Class Madison Brown, Cadet Second Class Ava Charlin, Cadet Second Lieutenant James Brown, and the team is commanded this evening by Cadet First Lieutenant Justin Legee. And now, under the baton of Mr. Rick Duffus, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing and join in singing as the band honors America with the playing of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
And welcome back, everybody. Once again, I'm your co-host, Nate Luke, here tonight with your host, David Weeks.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey. Fourth year together, David.
Yes, doesn't seem like it's been that long.
Fourth year doing this, man, and I don't think we're getting any better at it, but hey.
Well, we're not getting any better looking, I know that.
Well, that's for sure. That's for sure. So welcome back, guys. Once again, the weather out here is beautiful tonight. Sunny, 75 degrees. Here at McClain Field tonight as the McClain Tigers take on the Adena Warriors. Coin toss.
Adena won. Yeah, they won the toss.
They are going to receive.
They will receive. The Tigers will be defending the south goal this evening to start off the game. And speaking of the game, Nate, what are the keys to victory here tonight for the Tigers?
All right, so keys to victory. I'm waiting on Brad to put up something on the screen or something because he usually does. But
he's always got something going on.
Year 4, he's getting lazier. He's dropping the ball.
It must be.
All right, keys to the game. Key number 1, hog mallees. Okay, we all know it comes down to the trenches. That's the plain Jane key to the game right there. Whoever wins the battle in the trenches usually wins the overall football game. But not always the case. We've seen it before where maybe we win in the trenches, but we don't defend the outside very well. So that's my second key to the game is on defense, we have to control the edges. There were times last year and even the year before where, a team would just do a simple 5-yard out route. Receiver would catch it, turn it upfield for a 70-yard touchdown. So we've got to do a better job defending those corners and those outsides a little bit better this year. And I think if we do that on defense, we'll be just fine. And last but not least, this is kind of a two-pronged beast here, but time of possession. We've got to win time of possession. We are a run-first offense. I would assume, obviously we haven't seen us this year, but run first, and the reason I say that is because of Andrew Potts. We've said it all last year. You got to feed the beast, give the ball to Andrew, and he's going to pick up 10, 15 yards in a cloud of dust in a hurry. So feed the beast. We know he's had some health issues recently here, some injuries, but if he can overcome those and they can feed him the ball, I think our guys will be just fine. And it looks like the Tigers are coming out now. And I cannot hear because David does such a wonderful job making that introduction as the Tigers come out. Thank you for that once again, David. I always miss that. That's my favorite part of every Tiger game.
I'm excited to get things underway. We've still got about 4 minutes on the pregame clock, which means there's about 6 minutes until 7 p.m. So a little bit early coming out, but
we do have some shout outs. I mean,
yeah.
You kind of mentioned it before. The band led by director Rick Duffus. The Tigerettes led by Miss Toddy Weeks. I think you might know her pretty well. And
no comment.
Assistant director for the Tigerettes, David Weeks. And we also want to give a shout out to the McClain cheerleaders, who are led by Vanessa Pinwell.
Yeah, all sorts of great organizations going on tonight, taking part in all of tonight's festivities. And we're about to see the Tigers, as coached by second-year head coach Keith Penwell, get things underway in this kickoff game to the season, and kickoff is just around the corner here in a couple minutes. As we mentioned, Adena will receive the opening kickoff. A couple things just in terms of play from this past year. Adena with a 3-7 record to end the year last year. This is their head coach Doug Miller's first year at the helm of the program, and one thing that the Warriors can boast is they've definitely got a lot more upperclassmen experience on this roster. This matchup has been an even split in the last 10 years, 5-5 for both teams, but you have to go back all the way to 2019 to get to Adena's last win. They rallied a lot of them off there in the 2000 teams. McClain was 4-6 last season. All 4 of their wins came in non-conference play. And this year they bring an entire senior-laden backfield into the season. Potts, Penwell, and the quarterback at the helm, Drake Stapleton, will be calling things for the Tigers. Little early season injuries for the Tigers. Wideout Max Eikenberry and stud defensive back or safety Riley Cummins for the Tigers are both out to injury. Hoping to get them back soon here in this early season. And as we kind of mentioned, it's the second year under Coach Penwell, so that means the Tigers are that much more familiar with the offense and the defensive calls, as they were new for everyone last year. And as we mentioned, they have won the last 2 meetings here in the 2020s, and both of those meetings they have won by 2+ scores. So we'll see who will break that 5-5 tie in the last 10 meetings here tonight. The Tigers set to kick off. It looks like it will be number 7. I believe that is Seth Weller, who also will try his foot on the soccer pitch for the Tigers. I think he will be kicking off for McClain to get things underway. Deep to return for the Warriors. Looks like number 21 and another 20-something. It is hard to tell with the way that
25,
25, 27, not exactly sure. The way the jerseys are bunched, it's hard to tell, but one way or another, we'll figure it out. We are excited to get things underway here at McClain Field for you.
So Adena will take the ball first on offense. Once again, Seth Weller to kick for the Tigers. Last season, we saw the Tigers have a healthy dose of a basic 4-3 defense, 4 linemen, 3 linebackers. We also saw some 4-4 mixed in there as well throughout. I won't even try to predict what they'll run here because we will see it in about 30 seconds, I'm sure. And really the key for the Tigers here is just don't let Adena get off to a fast start.
Yeah, you got to make sure that you control this opening drive if you are the Tigers defense. If you were here with us last week, although we were not live for broadcast, but there was a scrimmage that took place last Friday night here at McClain Field as the Tigers were able to get a final kind of preseason scrimmage taken place with Piketon. The Red Streaks were in town, and it was really Piketon's quick passing game slants that were able to allow them to move the ball against the Tigers. The center of that defensive line was tough. So the Tigers are really going to have to make sure that they, as you mentioned earlier, are strong on the outside and don't give up any big plays. Weller to kick, boots it away, and
Number
the 2023 season is underway. It'll be 27. That's Schaff, one of them. And he is met across the 20-yard line.
Looked to be number 5, Owen Sykes, in on the play there for the Tigers. All right, so the Tigers bring out their first team defense here. Adena, their first team offense. Adena will be led by number 15, Lucas King, as their quarterback. He is just a sophomore. Lucas King is the quarterback, and then the number 44, Nate, I think it's Dreitzler, as their running back, a junior.
I do believe so.
They're going to bring everything in tight.
Pitch across, 44, takes, makes one miss, and then, ball looks like it popped out. And the Tigers are pointing their way.
We'll see. Looked like McClain recovered it. 1st and 10, McClain here. I couldn't see who recovered the fumble there. I saw Cam Medley with a nice little celebratory flip, though. That was pretty cool.
Celebration on point already.
So I'm predicting, maybe a fake to Andrew Potts here. I'm saying Caden Pinwell touch here.
Empty backfield.
Oh, okay.
Okay. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Potts on the near side, and Penwell on the inside as well. Stapleton back to pass.
He's looking Penwell's direction.
Look. Little bit of pressure. He'll escape. Runs forward.
That's going to be
and just out of bounds. It'll be 1st and goal for the Tigers on the scramble play by the quarterback, Drake Stapleton.
Stapleton did a great job keeping his eyes downfield, but also felt the pressure coming from the defensive end. That will be 1st and goal for the Tigers. Ball on the 9-yard line. All right, so it looks like Drake Stapleton will take the ball in the shotgun again. Potts beside him in the backfield. Caden Pinwell in the slot. Hand off to Potts up the middle. He'll take and be brought down by number 50 for Adena, Chase Trevette, or Treve. That will bring up a 2nd down. 2nd down and goal from about the 7 or 8 yard line.
All right, so we see the handoff there to the big bruiser back, Andrew Potts, for the Tigers. Looks like ball spotted just about the 6-yard line.
And this is where we're going to see the battle of the lines right here. This will give us a good indication about how the night will go.
Snap, handoff once again.
Potts. Good cut there.
Inside.
Touchdown,
Tigers.
So, touchdown, Andrew Potts. The Tigers will come in for the extra point attempt. Looks like they're bringing in number 7, Seth Weller, to kick the extra point. That was a fantastic run by Andrew Potts. Made one short, quick cut around the goal and just took it the rest of the way.
Also, a new rule to mention for this year, there is a clock that runs at the conclusion of a touchdown, and so it stops on the kick itself. Interesting to see. Weller's kick up and good.
All right, so that'll make the score 7-0. The Tigers over the Warriors. All right, so fantastic drive. Obviously, the fumble recovery helped out a ton. Sorry about that. Experiencing some technical difficulties there for a second. But again, that fumble recovery is just that really set in motion the next 2 to 3 plays there and really gave Potts an opportunity to take it into the end zone there.
Yeah, the Tigers did a great job getting on the defensive pressure right from the very, very beginning. And the job, I don't know who it was that knocked it out, but they pursued the ball, knocked it out, and then recovered as the ball was kind of careening its way out of bounds. And the Tigers able to take advantage on the short field as they are able to make their way into the end zone on an Andrew Potts run in just 3 plays. Tigers draw first blood here for your evening. 10:06 left on the clock, so still plenty of time in the first quarter, and the Tigers leading 7-0.
All right, so Seth Weller off to kick. Again, number 27, Fisher Schaaf, and number 21, Langston Metzger, back for Adena to receive the kickoff. And then, David, that's a really interesting rule that they have in place now where the clock just runs. I would assume, did you say that was just in the first half? Yeah. So we'll have to keep an eye on that new rule. That might affect a close game down the road. All right, Weller back to kick. Special teams is going to be a key here for the Tigers. Weller's kick
puts
up.
it away
That's
once again.
Go to Schaaf. He receives the kick at the 20-yard
on
line.
the
takes
run,
it,
gets through one,
and he goes down at the
about the 34.
So that will be 1st and 10 Warriors around the 34-yard line.
So a couple returns there for Schaaf. And they have pretty good field position around the 34, near hash here. So near the Tigers sideline. They will break the huddle once again. It's number 15, the sophomore Lucas King in the shotgun with Dreitzler to his left. He'll roll out to his left, looking to pass. Now he's just going to have to pull it down and run, and he scampers his way out of bounds near the backside of the sticks. Not sure if he gained any yardage, maybe one, if any at all.
Yeah, and once again, Tigers, they're just going to have to make sure to work on containment. They did a pretty good job there, really force Lucas from Adena there to really get to the outside and not just get a cheap up-the-middle run. That will bring up 2nd down for the Adena Warriors.
So a loss on the play for King as he had no one open downfield. He just had to tuck it and run. Loses 3 all the way back to the 31. Warriors with a heavy set. Handoff to 44. That's Dreitzler. Works his way off the left-hand side. He is met by number 51, Cade Sponsel, the senior, with a big hit.
And that's the thing about Cade. Cade's going to bring that senior leadership, and he is going to bring the hit whether you want it or not. I don't know if there's a Tiger on the team that loves to hit someone as hard as what Cade Sponsel does.
He brings all of the wood when he comes at you, and he is just full head of steam right at Dreitzler there with the tackle there. Just a gain of 2. It's 3rd and behind the sticks for the Warriors.
It'll be trips right for the Adena Warriors here. They're looking to pass. King looks deep.
Long pass
Tiger
gets
defenders
behind
got
him.
beat there.
Ooh.
Oh, he was looking for number 9.
Yes, he was.
Joey Francis. So Tigers catch a little bit of a break there as the coverage was broke deep. Ball was overthrown by King. That will bring up 4th down and 12. Looks to be the Warriors will go ahead and punt it since they are at their own 36, 37-yard line.
And if you are
34-yard line.
Correct. And if you are the Warriors coaching staff, you have to at least look at that and go, okay, hey, we have a chance to get open on the outside if we have time to keep King clean. It'll be a dead ball penalty, it looks to be here. See what it's for.
Looks to be false start. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. And it also looks like both Caden Penwell and Owen Sykes are back to receive the punt for the Tigers. They got the dual back returners here. And it looks like number 4, Cody Watkins, will be back to punt for the Warriors. They're going to try this again.
And they have not moved the ball off of the prior spot as of yet. Looks like they're about to do that or walk it off.
Maybe some confusion.
We have an official with the ball ready to spot it or ready to walk one way. You have number 9, Francis. He will make his way off to the other sideline, and it'll be Schaaf coming back on for the Warriors in his replacement. So perhaps a uniform issue there for Francis, not exactly sure. And they will not walk off the penalty. All right, so not exactly sure. And now Schaaf comes off, and it will be number 99, Blake Cottle, coming on.
And they're going to bring Francis back on the field, it looks like.
Cottle will be your punter.
Not sure what happened there, but
yeah,
there's a good reason.
And now it'll be number 8
Whoop-de-doo.
coming back out. Just ring around the rosy here. Connor Gordon replaces him. He will be ready to punt. And it looks like we will have, I believe, a – Nope.
They're going to let it play.
They're going to let it go.
Timeout there.
All right.
Punt is out finally.
Looks like
Sykes
it's
to
Sykes
receive.
with it. Handles it cleanly. Good block.
Looks like a flag. And
No, it's just the bean bag for where it was
flag there.
received.
Those orange bean bags look similar to those yellow flags. Looks about Sykes, about a 3 to 4 yard return on the play. Tigers will take over at about the 40-yard line, their 40-yard line. So Tigers will bring it back 1st and 10. Drake Stapleton out to lead the offense yet again. You got to think Coach Gossett, Coach Penwell were pretty happy with that first offensive series. So Drake's going to fall back in a split back set here. That's going to be encroachment on the defense, it looks like.
Yes, indeed. Dead ball penalty goes against number 50. That's Chase Trevette with the encroachment call.
That will move the ball 5 yards up for the Tigers. That'll make it 1st and 5 on the 45-yard line. Let's try this again. Still a split back set.
And the officials are stopping things here, as it looks like the chain gang has a little bit of an issue, maybe some things caught up, perhaps.
We got
looks
Kenny
like
Penwell running across the field.
Looks like the front end of the chains on this side is perhaps dislodged, and so they will send both teams to the sidelines to get a drink of water here in this opening quarter. So an official's timeout on the field. We'll give it over to Brad for a couple of our advertisements from our game sponsors. Collins Septic, proudly serving Fayette and surrounding counties with complete septic tank and restaurant grease trap cleaning. Collins Septic is ready for your call when you're backed up and the stuff hits the fan. Give them a call today at Collins Septic. Community Savings Bank. Community Savings Bank is a state-chartered mutual savings institution. Because the company is owned by its depositors and not stockholders, the attention is focused on community development and customer relationships. CSB's mission is to serve as a cornerstone for community development while providing superior financial services, and they do that every day at their locations in Bethel and right here in Greenfield. Corner Pharmacy. At Corner Pharmacy, they've been taking care of customers in the Greenfield area and beyond since 1948. Their pharmacy specializes in serving the community with fast, friendly, professional service and the highest quality medicines and health products. You'll always be greeted by name, and their pharmacists take the time to counsel you and answer your questions. They offer free delivery, where you can stop into their location on the corner of Jefferson and Washington Streets in Greenfield, or pull up to their convenient drive-up. Corner Pharmacy would also like to remind you that flu season is here, so it's time to get your yearly flu immunization.
Drake Stapleton behind center takes a snap, hands off to Potts, and stuffed. Good penetration by the Warriors there. Couple Warriors in on the tackle in the backfield.
Looks to be a loss of about 2 on the play. That'll bring up probably about a 2nd and 7, 2nd and 8.
All right, so we get the chains fixed on the far side. And the Tigers lose 2 after the little bit
you know
of
what?
a
Something
break in the
tells
action.
me Coach Penwell's not going to give up on that play.
I don't think he will.
I don't know if that was some sort of little power play or something. He's not going to give up on that, though.
No, certainly.
Keep feeding the beast.
Certainly not. Stapleton once again behind. Oh, there it is. Potts
Full
on the
head of
outside.
steam, first
Great
down,
job with the
Potts.
pitch to the left-hand side for Potts, and he will cross the 50. It'll be a first down for the Tigers. Oh, we do have a flag, though, a little bit further back. Looks like block in the back.
So outside of the block in the back there, that was good blocking by the Tigers, but unfortunately all it takes is one block there. That will send the Tigers back. Great run by Potts there, though. Good way to finish that run. Coming off a left-hand pitch there. So that's going to push the ball back another 5 yards here.
So
and
the
that's gonna
Tigers
bring up
would have had a first down.
2nd and 12.
In Warrior territory, and that will back up the ball from the spot to the 35-yard line.
Okay,
yeah.
Yep, spot of the foul.
And it will
2nd and 15.
remain 2nd down. So now behind the sticks are the Tigers, still 2nd down. Stapleton now with an empty backfield, 3 to his right, 2 to his left. He takes the snap, looking, pulls down, now looking again, crossing, thrown to Potts, just a little too high, incomplete.
Once again, Stapleton's doing a great job of keeping his eyes down the field, looking for those McClain receivers, but there was just nothing on that play. And, you know, a little bit of pressure mixed in with that did not help that play at all. Once again, though, I got to give it to Drake. He's keeping his eyes downfield while avoiding some pressure here.
Yeah, still looking to pass.
He's looking pretty good so far. Hopefully he just kind of leads his receiver away from that defender a little bit more on that next pass.
Did a nice job stepping up into the pocket to avoid the pressure, but like you said, kept his eyes downfield, trying to pick up the yardage that he needed, and he will once again be in an empty backfield set. Looking to his left, crossing route, Potts. Potts does a nice job evading one, but he won't be able to avoid the other 3. Brought down at the 45, picks up some, but not quite enough. It'll be 4th and 5 for the Tigers in their own territory.
And, you know, once again, the Tigers are in no rush whatsoever. You know, they have a 7-0 lead. It's still halfway through the first quarter. There's no reason to rush any of this.
Yeah, no need to rush or panic here.
That was a good play. Get Drake and the offensive line in a little bit of rhythm here. See if Potts can do something with it. They're going to punt the ball away. But once again, I haven't seen anything offensively that's too alarming so far.
Seth Weller counts, makes sure that they have 11 gold hats on the field. He'll take the snap, boots it away. Nice high driving punt. Schaaf with it, takes it around the 26, and then he is met by about 2 or 3 Tigers at the 25. Actually, he caught it at the 16. My bad there on the spot, and it will be 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
So once again, about almost halfway through the first period. Again, your score, Tigers 7, Warriors nothing. David, how is it that we have not mentioned it yet? We got Tiger Trivia coming up.
We do have Tiger Trivia coming up in a little bit. All of our Tiger Trivias this year are sponsored by RoofX, so a big thank you to RoofX. We'll have that Tiger Trivia question for you a little bit later in the contest, so get your trivia hats on and ready. It'll be King looking to his left pass, low toward the ground. The official on the far side says nope, it hit the turf first, incomplete, 2nd down.
Once again, a good rhythm throw there by King. I'm not sure who the recipient of that throw was supposed to be, but Adena's probably just trying to look at those little passes on the edges. They've seen that the Tigers have struggled with containing those passes on the edges from time to time. So probably a
King
good play
this time
call. King with
rolls,
the option pitch,
Drexler.
44.
He steps out of bounds across the 30, around the 32. Not quite enough for the first down, but good yardage nonetheless.
That will bring up a 3rd and short here for the Warriors. This will be a big play for them. You got to think the Tigers will probably want to pack it in just a little bit here. Dreitzler's a pretty stout-looking running back. And, yep, they are going to pack it in. 2 backs in the field. Hand off to Dreitzler to the left. The Tigers stuff him. That's going to be close, but I think they did not allow that first down.
And it looked like number 25, I think that's Rader, got in there low with him along with Cade Sponsel.
Cade Sponsel all over the place tonight. Again, Andrew Rader with a great form tackle there. Didn't let the running back get any farther. Cade Sponsel comes to clean it up. And it looks like the Warriors are going to go for this. Nose of the football. This is 4th and inches here. Once again, you got to think the Adena Warriors will try to pack it in, just pick up a few inches, but Tigers will be there.
Great job by Rader. I think just a sophomore there, according to our roster, coming up from the linebacker spot, making sure that it was
King with the
not
QB
met.
sneak.
I think he's going to be short.
That's going to be
Unless
short.
they give him forward progress, he will be short.
Whew, that is very close. Brad, this is when we need instant replay, man.
I believe they will bring out the chains. It is right on the paint. And, yes, they will indeed bring out the chains for a measurement.
It looked like the line to gain was right at the 35-yard line, and they're going to spot the ball just short of that. So it's going to be close. It's going to be just the nose of the football.
And the chains will walk out as the official gets his clip set on the 30-yard line. This one could come down to the nearest 1/4 of an inch. It is tough to tell exactly as the chains will walk out to this near hash. The official puts down
It's not
the
often
marker.
in high school football they bring out the chain gang like this. But
Not often.
Not often.
And
And
it
that's
looks
gonna
to be
very close. They're going to give
they
that to
give
the Warriors, though. Nose of the football. And
just
just
the
an
nose.
inch or two.
Yes, indeed.
So King on the QB sneak picks up just enough for the Warriors to advance the ball, pick up the first down with 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Man.
Yeah, that one was very, very, very close.
Once again, great defense by the Tigers.
Yeah, that pig must have had a little bit of extra skin on it when they made that football.
I don't know what that means, David, but yep, you're probably right. All right, so Tigers will line back up. Looks to be a about a four down lineman look.
King takes a snap.
Dreitzler
Little
with the
counter
handoff.
action from Dreitzler.
Once again,
gain on
Kane
the play about
Spotswood there.
3.
Once again, Kane Spotswood all over the place so far tonight. Good form tackle there on Dreitzler. This will bring up a 2nd and 7 for the Warriors.
So a little counter action there to number 44, Dreitzler. Picks up a little bit of yardage. The Tigers looking to hold here.
So far the Warriors have thrown a little bit of everything at the Tigers. Deep passes, they got a little jet sweep action here with number 1,
and
Darian Thomas.
Oh, he sneaks his way out. It looked like he could have been brought down in the backfield by a couple of them, but he weaseled
moving.
his way out, yeah.
And he's going to pick up some positive yardage on
Yeah,
that play.
gain of
bring up
about
a
4.
3.
So good job by number 1 there, Darian Thomas.
And that was his first rush of the game. You got to imagine they might try that again. It was a good-looking little sweep action there. So 3rd and 3 to go here. King under center. He receives it.
Jet sweep
to
again.
Darian Thomas again.
Same
on that
play.
jet.
Oh, what a great
Got
job.
Stuck by number
1 for the
Cam
Tigers.
Medley.
That's Cam Medley with the tackle.
Great disciplined play there by Cam Medley. He must have heard must have heard him in the huddle over there. Looks like Warriors are going to keep their offense on the field. They feel pretty confident they can pick up another 2 yards or so. Or actually,
and I think they're bringing out the punt team. Yeah.
And that's probably a good call by Coach Miller there.
And the official comes running across, waving his arms. It is 4th and looks like 2. 2 balls on the field, so they're going to have to make sure they only get the kicking ball. The clock
looks like
will continue to run now.
Sykes and
as they
Pinwell
get set
back to
once
receive
again.
the ball.
Snap, punt, short kick, almost blocked. And it was Caden Penwell waving for the fair catch. And the Tigers will have it. Good field position between the 30 and the 35.
All right, so that will bring up a Tiger first down. Ball spotted on the 31-yard line on the far side of the field here. So Tigers will take over 1st and 10. Sykes and Connor McCune out wide. Pinwell and Matisic out to the left with Potts in the backfield.
Drake Stapleton will call out the play. He hands off to Potts, wrapped up near the line of scrimmage, but still some forward progress.
Taken down by Chase Trevay. He was in the backfield pretty quick there for Adena. That'll bring up about a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, nice job there by Trevette to get some penetration from his defensive line position, bringing down the hard to bring down Andrew Potts. Looks to be a similar type of formation. It'll be Penwell and Weller on the near side here. Drake Stapleton calls for the ball. Back to pass. Pumps once. Now pass complete. Owen Sykes. It'll be a first down into Warriors territory. Hauled in by Owen Sykes. First down, Tigers.
That's going to give you about a 20-yard gain on the play by the Tigers. I got to give it to the Hog Malleys. We said that was the biggest key to the game was whose offensive line is going to do better. That play at least, the Tigers look good. They gave Drake Stapleton all day to throw that pass. Stapleton throws a laser to Sykes for about a 20-yard gain.
Really good job seeing the open man there. Sykes, a big target for the Tigers. He hauls it in and gets the Tigers into the Warriors territory here. Similar setup. Stapleton in the backfield. Potts with him. Decides to pull on the option. RPO. KP with it. Penwell gaining. Look to be I think it'll be a face mask.
That's going to be a face mask.
Gain on the play, and we'll tack some more on there as Penwell gets some good yardage.
That was, as David said, just a great run-pass option play there. Stapleton once again making a very, very good decision, being patient, but also making sure that he shows a little bit of speed to the play as well. Gets it to Caden Penwell, the playmaker. Little advantageous face mask at the end. Penwell's going to come out due to a cut on his arm. And it looks like number 7, Seth Weller's going to go in for him.
So the Tigers.
Stapleton once again is going to lead the offense here with Potts in the backfield.
Tigers break the huddle. This time Sykes will be the near receiver along with McCune. A little bit of power back action here. Pitch out to Potts, right side, working his way across.
Ooh.
Oh, great job by the defensive back.
Langston Metzger.
Really good
21.
job coming in there. That's a hard thing to do for a defensive back of that size. Potts brought down in the backfield. It'll be 2nd down for the Tigers.
Yeah, I mean, once again, you see the size difference between Metzger and Potts. Normally you put your money on Potts on that play, but Metzger just with a fantastic form tackle, got low.
Yeah.
Had a wide base to him. That was a great play.
Really good job there by the DB. Backs the Tigers up about 2 yards. On ball spotted on the 32. It'll be 2nd and 12 here.
McCune and Sykes out wide to the left. Matisic out wide to the right.
Stapleton will call the action. Rolls out to his left. Pass.
Ooh.
Looked to be on the hands of McCune, but there was a man there right away. That was Darian Thomas. Incomplete.
So Thomas for Adena making some plays here late in the first quarter, helping his Adena squad out. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 12 on the play. Ball on the 32-yard line. Stapleton's going to have to pull some magic here. Got to think they'll send about 4 past the line to gain. That gives Stapleton a chance to scramble, get out wide if he needs to.
So the Tigers break the huddle. Senior center Jaden Allison surveys the defense over top of the ball. Empty backfield. Drake Stapleton calls for it. Back to pass. Looking. Has a chance.
That might have been a
and there will be flags. Couple of them fly in as the intended receiver, Potts, was unable to grab the ball because he was being grabbed by the defender.
I think it might have been number 2, Grant Rawlings. You could kind of see that left hand grabbing the backside of Potts there on the play. Once again, good decision by Drake Stapleton. Saw a little bit of a seam there in the middle and gave Potts a little bit of a chance to go get it. So that will be should be 15. Defensive holding. All right, so yeah, defensive holding, pass interference, slightly different penalties here, so that does make a difference. And once again, the refs are
the officials will walk it off.
Speaking with each other here.
Making sure that they spot the ball at the correct location.
Yep, defensive
It will be a
holding is what
10-yard
the actual
penalty,
call.
yes, so it will be 3rd down still here for the Tigers.
But that makes it a very manageable 3rd down for the Tigers. So once again, those defensive holding and those pass interference calls, they are different, and that does become a factor when you're looking at a 3rd and long here.
Yeah, would have pushed the ball inside the 20 with the pass interference. Nonetheless, the Tigers will push the ball with Andrew Potts inside the 20, and that should pick up the 1st down.
Yep, that does.
And yes, they signal for the chains to move.
That'll give the Tigers a 1st down, ball on their own 20-yard line. They are driving with a little over a minute left to go in the first quarter.
So Andrew Potts does a good job pushing his way forward, and into the red zone go the Tigers with another chance to score here. Under a minute left in the first quarter, just 53 seconds left on our first quarter clock.
Sykes and McCune out wide along with Weller opposite of them. Potts in the backfield. He gets the pitch to the left. He's taking it hard, trying to find that corner. He's going to get it. Picks up major
out
yardage.
Of bounds. Pushed out by number 1. That's Darian Thomas once again, but looks like it will be 1st and goal inside the 10 for the Tigers.
Once again, the Tigers are really trying to probably expose the corners here. Defensive ends. Really working that pitch play, really both sides, to the left and the right for Mr. Andrew Potts.
And that's one thing that you see with Potts is while he can bruise, he also does a really good job in open space. He's a lot faster than maybe what his size might indicate, and he can make some people miss.
Absolutely.
Handoff taken. This time it's Penwell.
Yep.
And he is stopped right around the line of scrimmage, maybe even a little bit further back. Yeah, looks to be a loss on the play back to about the 9.
Warriors really committed on that little counter there. Maybe that becomes an option for Stapleton. Maybe fake that next time and pitch to Potts there.
Perhaps so. The clock will tick with 15 seconds left, and I believe that will be our last play here of the first quarter, as neither team seems to really be in a hurry to break the huddle. And in fact, that will be our last play of the first quarter as the Tigers make their way to the near sideline and the Warriors go to the other sideline. We'll get into our second quarter action when we come back here on your McClain live stream in this first football game of the year.
Detillion Landscaping. Detillion Landscaping is an experienced landscaping company with a long history of excellent service in the Chillicothe area. For 35 years, they've dedicated themselves to building long-term relationships with clients, hiring the best staff, and dealing in quality landscape plants and materials. They continue to earn an outstanding reputation every day as they work for their customers. Feel free to get in touch with their team to learn more about how they can help you manage your landscaping needs. Detillion Landscaping. It's what they do, and they love doing it. Fayette Eye Care. At Fayette Eye Care, they pride themselves on providing the highest quality of eye health and vision care in both service and products, and producing educated, loyal, and confident patients. They do this with an organized, dedicated, and caring team of service providers ready to serve you. Visit them today to start seeing more clearly.
And we are getting ready to get our second quarter underway. The teams break the huddle. We've made our way to the other end of the field. Tigers have it. Handoff. Potts inside. Brought down near the 3-yard line where the ball would normally be spotted for a PAT. And it will be 3rd and goal for the Tigers after that gain.
So once again, very beginning of the second quarter, David. What did you think of the first quarter with both teams?
You know, I think both teams were definitely a little nervous coming out, especially up front. But the Tigers doing a really good job right now of keeping their quarterback Drake Stapleton clean. He will have it as he pitches left to Potts, and that is once again just a great play for the Tigers. Absolutely. He makes his way into the end zone. Another touchdown for number 44.
That will bring your score 13-0. Tigers on top so far in this young second quarter. Second touchdown for Mr. Andrew Potts on the night. Once again, the Tigers are really trying to work that pitch either to the left or the right to Mr. Potts. That deceiving speed once again took him into the end zone for the Tigers.
Really good job by the outside part of the line there, especially on the left side. It seems like that is the direction that they want to go when it comes to getting that pitch to Andrew Potts, and it pays off once again here. Snap, hold, kick.
Looks
up,
good.
And it is good. Weller 2 for 2 here in this 23 campaign. Brings your score to 14-0.
And I'll have to look a little closer next time to see who is on that left side, but you're right, David. McClain's really trying to push that left side pitch. You got to think, Kate Sponsel's maybe on that side of the line. I know Gunnar Bodie is also a tackle for the Tigers, but that left side of the line is doing fantastic things. And, we got to give a shout-out to Jaden Allison, too. Him and Drake Stapleton, first of all, are basically wearing each other's shoes, I think, mismatching a little bit. That looks pretty cool. But he's also doing a fantastic job at center, like always. He's kind of the ringleader of the Hog Malleys there. So, once again, Jaden Allison doing a fantastic job of making sure all the offensive line's in place. Kate Sponsel, Gunnar Bodie. I'm sure Caleb Fryer's in there a lot. I'll have to take a little bit closer look at who's on that line this year now.
They're doing a really nice job,
Absolutely.
though, as they get close in toward the goal, able to get Potts with 2 scores here on the night, and just 11-11 here still in the second quarter, so the Tigers with plenty of time in the second to keep adding to that lead. Weller's kick looks like it might go out of bounds, and it does. That'll be illegal procedure, kick out of bounds, and the ball will be spotted a little further up for the Warriors.
That should bring the ball to the 35-yard line for the Warriors. Once again, your score 14-0. Tigers on top with 11-11 to go in the second quarter. David, make a wish. It's 11-11.
Not for long, though, here, as
Make
the
it
clock
quick.
will run on the snap. Yeah, there's so many things to wish for. I mean, I think my wish has come true, Nate. I'm with you.
There you go. I don't know what to say back to that. Let's just get back to some football.
The Warriors break the huddle. It'll be King in the backfield once again. Shotgun.
Looks like a new running back is in the backfield for the Warriors, number 3.
Yeah, I don't have a 3 on my roster.
We'll just say number 3.
But the pass does go to him. He hauls it in.
He's
Speedster
got some moves
on the
I'll give him
outside,
that.
brought down as he dives across the 50. It'll be a first down for Adena.
Yeah, numero trace looking really, really good there. Wish we had a name for him. Maybe that's their secret weapon. We'll see. They're going to keep him in.
Yes, they will.
Probably utilize him. He looked really good on that
He
play.
did. A lot of speed coming out of the backfield there. Get him in open space, and the quarterback King will point that way.
Looks like the Warriors are out and 2 wide receiver set on each side. Number 3, secret weapon, illegal procedure probably.
Number 66 there with the false start.
Yep, false start, number 66 for Adena. So that will bring the ball back 5 yards for the Warriors. Take it back to their 45-yard line.
So the Warriors back up just a little bit there on the penalty. It looked like number 66 on the left end of the line was moving. That play taking a little bit longer to get underway, as looked like King was trying to kind of convey what number 3 needed to do.
They're going to bring number 32, Austin Magill, out for.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Dreitzler. Oh my goodness. Sykes had a chance.
Read that like a book, just couldn't quite bring it in. Owen Sykes, the defensive end for the Tigers, really doing a good job of containing that play from the very start. And it looks like number 44, Nate Dreitzler, is injured for the Warriors.
Yeah, looks to be a Warrior down on the far hash. I didn't get the number. I don't know if you did, Nate.
It was Dreitzler.
Was it Dreitzler?
Yeah,
okay, so
yeah.
he came out of the backfield looking to haul in a pass there.
Looked like a non-contact injury, so typically that's no good. So
yeah.
Maybe we should flip to some ads here, Brad, and we'll be back to you here in just a minute.
Yeah.
Jim Van Dyke's Automotive, a family-owned and operated auto repair shop and tire center located in Washington Courthouse since 2001, Jim Van Dyke's is the place to go when your vehicle needs service. The team at Van Dyke's is courteous and knowledgeable and will treat you like a friend when you come in for an oil change or a complete overhaul. Schedule an appointment with Jim Van Dyke's today.
Dreitzler, the injured Warrior there, number 44. He walks off the field under his own power. King in the backfield, shotgun. Number 3 to his right. Looks like a swing pass.
Looks like number 9 for Adena.
Yeah, number 9, that was
Joey
Francis with the reception. So a little bubble screen kind of action there.
Usually didn't work for the Buckeyes. Didn't work for the Warriors there either, so. Speaking of which, we got some Buckeyes football coming on here in a couple weeks. Got a new quarterback as the face of the team, so that'll be pretty exciting. Looks like that'll be a loss. Flag was for a block in the back. That penalty is going to be declined by the Tigers. That's going to bring up a third down and long here. Third down and very long. Looks to be about a third down and 20.
So the Tigers doing a good job there, coaching staff-wise, understanding that the loss on second down would have been better to take than the penalty. King to pass, rolling left, across his body, flag thrown. And it looks like the official on the far left side here, the back judge, throws one. Not sure what it's for. We'll find out.
It's going to be pass interference on the play. Looked like on number 19, Eli Douglas, sophomore for McClain. Just came in a little bit too early there. Well covered by the sophomore. Just got a little too close there at the end. Once again, and Lucas King, great blocking by the Warriors offensive line there. He had a good 3 to 4 second time frame. He could get his wide receivers downfield really give them a chance to, at least in this case, draw the penalty on the Tigers. So a little bit of discussion once again here.
And the official signaled block in the back.
Okay,
but then
so that might have been beforehand.
But then pointed to McClain, which is a very difficult thing to do as a defense.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Nonetheless, a little bit of penalty yardage for the Warriors. Still behind the 6, 3rd and 11.
Francis in motion there.
King with a back to his right. It's number 3 once again, not on the roster. Rolls to his left,
McGill.
complete. Number 1, that's Darian Thomas, hauls it in. Gain on the play across the 50 to the 44 in Tigers territory, but short of the line to gain.
And I think that's exactly what Coach Miller wanted in that case. Just get it across midfield, give your offense a chance to go for it on 4th and about 5, it looks like. So this will be a very manageable 4th down call here for the Warriors. They're going to bring it out and go for it on their side of the field. On the Tigers
side of the field. 4th and 4, King with it. No one to his left. Receivers to his right. He rolls to his right. Pass intended once again for Thomas, but off of his hands as he looked upfield, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Thomas ran a heck of a good route. Just tried to run with the ball before it was actually caught. Got to think he'll want that one back. So it looks like the Tigers will take over 1st and 10. Ball on the 44-yard line with 9 minutes and 46 seconds left to go in the second quarter.
So the Tigers, a beneficial bounce off the hands of Thomas there to fall incomplete, and they will have the ball. 1st and 10. The Tigers have it on the 44-yard line. Good field position for McClain. Drake Stapleton with it. Little pass, bubble screen action, and gain there of near 5 yards as Penwell with the reception brought down just shy of the 50-yard line.
Yeah, we've given a lot of grief to the old bubble screen the past year and a half. But, in that case, it was great blocking by the Tigers on the outside there. McCoon did a fantastic job there in the slot, making sure that KP could get it and have a little bit of room to pick up about 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, about 4 3/4 as the ball spotted just a little bit shy of the 49-yard line. Tigers looking to move it into Warriors territory here on 2nd down with 6 to go. 9 minutes as the clock will tick. Stapleton calls for it. Hands off. No pulls now to Potts. He has a good amount of green in front of him. Gets a block. Scampering up the sideline.
That's going to be a late hit.
That should be a hit out of bounds. It's got to be. They called him out of bounds near the 33-yard line, and he's hit out of bounds near the 20, but no flag.
I got to remind myself to be a little objective here. But once again, just a great run there by Drake Stapleton. Picked up a good solid 20 to 25 yards on the play there. That gives the Tigers a legitimate shot here on their own 34-yard line with 8:52 left to go in the first half.
So Stapleton's momentum just carries him out of bounds there as he had a good scamper up the right sideline. He calls for it now. Pitch left side. Potts. Has been a great play for him all night long. Little bit of action there, and Owen Sykes is going to get flagged for look to be a block in the back. Good gain, but it's going to be negated there by the penalty.
And once again, we saw this a little bit last year. McClain would have a good run or Stapleton would get it out to a player. They pick up about 15, 20 yards and penalty. And, it would happen again. So these are things that the Tigers, since they're a little bit more experienced this year, they're going to have to work through that a little bit more and try to avoid those game-killing and drive-killing penalties. So that's going to back the ball up to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, costly penalty there.
Very costly, yeah.
So
now takes away a lot of momentum.
Looks to be 1st and actually about 20-21 as the other end of the sticks is inside the 25-yard line. So it'll be empty backfield for Stapleton. 2 to his left, 3 to his right.
Looking across the middle. Hauled in by
Oh,
Potts.
nice
It was
catch.
tipped, and Potts kept his eye on it and gains the ball inside the 25. He looks like he might have that first down on just one play. Great job
They're
there by
moving
the senior.
chains. Fantastic focus there by Potts. You know, and that wasn't horrible defense by the Warriors either. Sometimes the ball just falls in the right places. Sometimes it falls in the wrong places. It was an advantageous catch for Mr. Potts there. So that will bring up a first down for the Tigers. Ball looks to be on their own 22-yard line.
Great job there. Senior to senior hookup. Stapleton to Potts. Tigers break the huddle now. Two backs flank Stapleton in the shotgun. He calls for it. Handoff goes to KP.
Good
Penwell
run.
with it. Nice job making a man miss. Good yardage near the line to gain. And he will pick up the first down. The chains are going to move again for the Tigers.
That, once again, the middle and the left side of the line for the Tigers is really getting some good push. They're isolating those defensive ends for Adena. They're even getting up into the second level of the Adena linebackers. So you're taking the linebackers and the ends out of the play almost right away. That's really allowing KP and Mr. Potts to really get through the middle and the left side of that line really, really easily tonight.
Tigers have a chance here to punch it in, and they also have a chance to, if they are brought down shy of the goal line, pick up another first down. So just outside of the 10 is the ball spotted. Handoff goes to Potts. Little jump cut, makes one miss. Brought down near the 5. They'll spot it, I believe, at the 6. Good yardage on the play. Second down for the Tigers.
And I told everyone I would get the names of the left side of that offensive line. Looks like sophomore Austin Ruddle and sophomore Caleb Fryer kind of holding down the left side of that line so far, with Sponsel and Bodie on the right side of the line and Allison holding down the middle. So a couple of sophomores on the left side of the line that's really doing a great job tonight.
Yeah, Fryer doing
or at least they were on that last play.
Yeah.
Now they're going to kind of move some guys around. It looks like Sponsel's going over there now at the guard position.
Tigers once again split backs flanking Stapleton, who is in the shotgun pitch right side this time. Potts, oh, really nice job. An entire tribe of Warriors there for the tackle. Looks to be no gain on the play.
So that will bring up a 3rd and 6 on the play. That might even been a loss of 1. Big play here for the Tigers with 6 minutes remaining in the half. Seth Weller will come in at receiver for TD Matisic. He'll bring in the play to Stapleton.
Stapleton calls out the play in the huddle, and the Tigers break the huddle with Seth Weller coming to the near side in his wideout position. Stapleton, Potts in the backfield.
Stapleton
rolls to his left. Pass, and incomplete. Oh, my goodness.
Had his hands on it, just couldn't bring it in.
I think that was
Connor
McCune. Yeah,
Yep.
Connor McCune with the intended target.
So that will bring up a 4th and 6 for the Tigers. They're bringing in Weller.
Yeah, Weller to kick here.
Kick this field goal attempt here.
Ball still on the looks to be 7-yard line. So this will be a 24-yard attempt. Stapleton to hold, puts it down. Weller's kick looks to be good distance-wise, but wide to the right.
Wide to the right.
No good. Adena escapes without any more points on the board.
It's a good break for Adena. They have just enough time now to where they could really attempt about a 80 to 85-yard drive here with about 5.5 minutes left to go in the half. You got to think as Adena, just to get a little momentum going into halftime, you want to go down, and if nothing else, just get a good drive, go into halftime feeling good. You're only down a couple touchdowns.
Yeah, Tigers did a really good job moving the ball there, and then they just kind of stalled out once they got the ball inside the 10, which we have not seen until this point tonight. Maybe a little bit of second quarter fatigue as we near our way toward halftime.
And we've seen some drives stall out because of penalties, but that drive that was the first time we saw it just stall, not due to penalties.
King passes. Really good fake there.
Good hit.
And
that was T.D. Madison.
T.D. Madison with the hit, but gain on the play for the Warriors. Number 12, Luke Preston, hauls in the pass there.
Once again, the Tigers, they're coming out of their DB and linebacker positions, and they're not afraid to make some hits there.
So Warriors looking to
it almost
capitalize
looks like the Tigers are playing
on the turnover.
4 defensive backs here. Sometimes they'll bring up kind of that rover back a little bit, maybe that strong safety, but they're really trying to stay back.
Play action. Well thrown ball.
Wow,
and
I think he hauled that in.
It is hard to tell. I think he might have been out of bounds.
That was a heck of an effort there.
Really good effort.
By
but
Adena. That looks
Francis, I believe.
Francis, yeah.
So incomplete. There is a flag near the line of scrimmage, and it's for ineligible downfield.
Once again, Joey Francis making some good plays for Adena tonight. Almost hauled that in. But that's going to bring the ball back for the Warriors here. Looks like that's going to bring it back about 5 yards. That'll bring about a 2nd and 9. Douglas and Weller back at safety. You got to think they'll be on their guard after that play. Number 12 in motion for Adena. King back to throw.
Pass across the middle, 35 with it. Big body there, hauls it in. Brought down by number 19. I think that's Douglas, but it'll be a first down for the Warriors.
Jackson Hicks for Adena.
And there's a flag on the play a little further back.
Possibly an ineligible receiver downfield. Yep, and that's going to come back. Once again, penalties are really hurting Adena here, not helping their case to make this long drive going into the half here.
Penalty goes against the Warriors. Backs them up near the 15. Ball spotted on the 16. Replay the down.
So Warriors will come out, single back set, King in the backfield, and the refs are going to blow it dead again. I didn't catch that sign there, but that is going to be a, 3rd and 9. Yep, there we go. A little confusion. We're good there.
3rd and long for the Warriors. King with it, looks to his right, pass goes to his back in the backfield, number 32. Good yardage on the play.
32 Magill for Adena, slow to get up.
Brought down at the 22, and it'll make it 4th down.
All right, so that'll bring up 4th and 7. It looks like you got to think Adena is going to be content with punting it away here and trying to hold the Tiger offense to a no score going into the half.
Yeah, if Tigers can hold here, that'd be great.
And Owen Sykes will be back to return the punt. As always, number 12, Luke Preston, will be – nope, just kidding.
Number 4,
Cody Watkins will be back to punt.
Yep. We've seen so many people back at that punter position tonight.
Yes,
it is hard to tell who it's meant to be. Ball goes out of bounds. Grabbed by one of the Warriors' coaches. Ball looks to be spotted probably near the 50. That's where the Tigers are going to take over.
Very doable series here for the Tigers. 3.5 minutes left. I think they have a timeout or two in their arsenal left as well. So 50 yards to go. Plenty of time for Stapleton and the Tiger offense to drive down the field.
So good job there by the Tiger defense to hold. Not very much time off the clock, under 2 minutes, as the Warriors were crippled by penalties on that particular drive, and the Tigers will have a chance to potentially put a few more points on the board going into the half. Stapleton calls for it from the shotgun. A little bit of action here for KP. Out wide, has a chance to break it loose, and he will. Going up the sideline, finally knocked out of bounds. It's number 8 who knocks him out of bounds, and a flag flies as a result. Big gain for KP.
That might have been some sort of helmet-to-helmet penalty there at the end by Adena. Look, number 32 for Adena maybe at the end there. I know it was one of the bigger guys for Adena came in. So KP once again getting that corner. And that's going to be illegal helmet contact. So that's going to push the ball up even more for the Tigers. They got here a little sooner than we thought they would. But once again, Caden Pinwell just catching that corner and taking off with it, picking up some good yardage. Once again, the line's giving him a chance to go make those plays. The wide receivers are doing some good blocking out there. So
Potts, handoff, right side, cuts back, pushing his way, and into the end zone.
His third touchdown of the night.
Big night for Mr. Potts, and 20 on the board for the Tigers.
So that will bring your score, Tigers 20, Warriors 0 with 3 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the half. Tigers looking good. Things are firing on cylinders here. Got to think they take a little bit of momentum into the half here.
Big, quick score for the Tigers. Under 30 seconds, actually just over 20 seconds on that drive. Weller's kick up and good, 21-0 McClain.
And you know, at the beginning of the game, we were talking about how the Tigers traditionally, at least going back to last season, a lot of penalties, you know, they shot themselves in the foot a lot last year, but really we're kind of seeing the opposite this year with Adena. We saw it when they were on offense with the ineligible receivers downfield, and then we see the illegal helmet contact there at the end. It's only helping the Tigers out. So Adena's got to get a little bit of composure here and just stop these penalties to even sniff coming back.
Yeah, Tigers have been very, very good when it comes to staying disciplined in regards to penalties, and they've taken advantage of a number of penalties that the Warriors have had against them. The Tigers, just 2 plays there, big run by Caden Penwell, and then Potts pushes across the goal line with the help of that offensive line. And you mentioned earlier a lot of young guys on that offensive line to go with the couple of seniors, or the trio of seniors there with Bodie, Sponsel, and Jaden Allison. But that young side of the line doing some work there for McClain. A flag on the kick, so this one will likely be re-teed up.
Flag came out pretty quick here. So that's going to go against McClain. So they're going to scoot that ball back for Weller. And I believe that is going to be a 5-yard penalty. All right, so number 27, Schaaf, and number 21, Metzger, back to receive for the Warriors again. We'll try this again, folks.
Seth Weller re-tees. And Weller has had kicking duties over the last couple of years, and he decided this year he didn't want to just kick. He wanted to receive as well for the Tigers, so we've seen him playing wide out quite a bit, and he may even play a little bit of defense tonight, depending.
Yep, he has been. Yep.
Owen Sykes with the tackle there, as it was number 1, Metzger, bringing the ball up for the Warriors.
So the Warriors offense will come out with 3 minutes left to go in the half, down 21-0 to the Tigers. Got to think they'll want to try to be a little bit aggressive here. It's one thing to be down by a couple touchdowns. Once you get to that, you know, that 3 touchdown threshold there, that's when you maybe want to start ramping it up a little bit, just be a little bit more aggressive. If things don't go your way, at least you can say you were aggressive, right?
And the other thing that we see here with the Tigers, if they can hold and keep the Warriors scoreless here with about 3 minutes, actually 3:06, as the clock will run when the ball is snapped. If they can hold the Warriors scoreless, they get the ball first in the second half. Swing pass
there by
number
King.
3. Rumbles his way toward the line to gain. I believe it will be a first down, crossing into Tigers territory. They haven't signaled yet, but I believe it will be potentially a first down.
Be a first down, yep.
They have not moved the chains yet.
Okay.
Snow, second and
down.
very short.
I guess
Okay.
from our vantage point, it looked like a first. Number 3 might be a problem by the end of this game. Once again, we don't have his name on the roster, but every time that guy gets the ball in his hands, he's shaking and baking out there. So big number 25 for Adena. Colton Garrison's going to go out wide for the Warriors here. Number 3 in the backfield.
And if I'm Adena, I'm saying, hey, we need to put some more time on that clock. 35 hauls it in for the Warriors. That's Jackson Hicks. Big body brought down at the 35. Another first down. Quick strikes for the Warriors.
Yeah, great catch there by Hicks. Just did a good job of just sitting in that open seam. Let the ball come to him. If I'm Adena here, I got 2.5 minutes. I can take my time, but if I'm them, I'm looking for number 3 because he can. Once he gets the ball in his hands, he can move.
He can move. Very, very
I
shifty.
think they got something for him.
Goes in motion, does number 3, looking to the right.
Ooh!
Andrew Potts. No one touched him, and he said, well, I'm going to touch the man that receives it in the backfield for a loss. Big hit.
That looked like it hurt. That was a great hit. That's all I got to say about that. I'll have to tell Andrew on Monday. I can't believe you didn't hit that guy a little bit harder. All right, hey, once again, good defense there by the Tigers. The Warriors having a decent drive so far. That potentially could be a drive killer right there.
That was a big play by Potts.
Wow. Yeah, I would not want to be on the receiving side of that.
And Adena was moving the ball really well through the air. We saw number 3 with the little pass to the halfback, and then we also saw number 35, Hicks, get some yardage. So they were moving the ball very, very quickly. And Potts says, we got to put a stop to that real quick. Keeps an eye on the back. I think that was number 32, Austin McGill, who had received it. But Potts there immediately to put that white jersey onto the green grass.
Yeah, going to paint it green, man. Wow. I don't know what to say about that. That was good play.
Really good play from his defensive end position.
Yes. And I think him and Owen Sykes, they're both built extremely well. They're both extremely athletic. I think they play that defensive end position perfectly. I think they're doing a pretty good job of containing any pitches or counters that are going their way too.
So the teams come out from the timeout huddles. King with it, looking, rolling to his right. Will tuck, pushes his way forward, and then out of bounds near the front side of the sticks. He'll be brought down at the 36. It'll be 2nd and 11 for the Warriors.
King showing some wheels on that play. He did a good job like Stapleton of keeping his eyes down the field. But I think he made up his mind pretty early. He was going to go ahead and take advantage of that empty corner out there and pick up some positive yardage for the Warriors. That will bring a 3rd and 11 on the play for the Warriors.
All right, so the Warriors are going to have to draw up the long yardage play here. 3rd and 11, ball spotted on the 36. King will make the call from his shotgun position. Number 3 to his left, trips to the left as well. He rolls to his left. Will tuck, option number 3, fumble.
Ooh, good recovery there.
Fortuitous bounce there for the Warriors. Hauled back in by number 3, but it will not be first down yardage, and a timeout called by Adena.
Hey, David. We haven't mentioned for a while? We haven't mentioned that, once again, we got Tiger Trivia coming up, folks. And once again, your Tiger Trivia is sponsored by Roofex. And they are going to give you a $25 Visa gift card if you can answer our Tiger Trivia question correctly tonight.
$25 gift card sponsored by Roofex here for Tiger Trivia coming up in just a little bit. So if you were thinking about tuning out,
you better tune back in.
Tiger Trivia is coming your way in just a little bit. Also coming your way in just a little bit in about a minute 41, at least based upon the clock that's here in the stadium in terms of how much we have left to play. We'll have halftime underway, and it will be the Adena Marching Warrior band and your marching Tigers and Tigerettes taking the field here at halftime as the bands will take over during the 20-minute intermission.
We're also going to give you some updates on some other sports as well. It's
Yes,
very
we will.
young in every single sports season so far.
Very early.
We've had a little bit of action. We'll update you on that as well.
Yeah, we'll let you know what's been taking place around the other fall athletic sports for the boys and the girls here at McClain. And the timeout is done. King with it, rolling to his left. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Long pass. Oh, number 1 was the intended target. Thomas just outside of his fingertips. Incomplete turnover on down.
Once again, good job there by the Tigers. Fortuitous there that the throw was just in front of Thomas for the Warriors. And that ends the Warriors' very promising looking drive there at the start. Their passing game was firing a little bit as opposed to what it was doing in the first quarter. This gives the Tigers a minute and a half, you know, with KP making some big plays. Who knows?
The last drive took just over 25 seconds, I think 28 overall with just 2 plays. Stapleton with it, Potts to his right. Same look. This time Stapleton elects to pull, and he goes out of bounds, wrangled out by number 1, Thomas. So a little bit of a gain. Stops the clock here with 1:30 left.
Once again, McClain with that little fake jet sweep action there. Stapleton did a good job noticing that they had that rooted out. The defensive end on the opposite side keeps it himself, takes it out of bounds, stops the clock. That's the important thing, gives the Tigers a chance.
And you mentioned earlier that Stapleton might want to pull that at some point in time. He does, picks up a little bit of yardage. Good thing is the clock stops. This time Potts goes in motion. No one in the backfield. Oh, man, across the middle and right into the arms of number 32.
McGill.
That is McGill with the interception. And the Warriors with a chance here, brought down about the 26 with 1:20 left on the clock. They've got a little bit of life back in their lungs.
And, you know, that obviously wasn't something we were expecting there, but that kind of stuff happens. When you're aggressive and you're trying to put up a 4th touchdown in the half, that's going to happen. Drake's a senior leader on this team, and I have no doubt that he'll put that behind him and keep firing away in the second half. So that'll bring up a 1st and 10 for the Warriors on the Tigers' 29-yard line.
Stapleton going across the middle, and he was looking for a man, but the Warriors doing a good job of reading that. McGill, great job from his position.
Oh, good.
Oh,
fumble.
Ball's out. And I'm not I think King fell right back on it.
And
but
that was
big
Connor
loss on
Frazier
the
for the
play.
Tigers with the forced fumble. I don't even know if he knew it was fumbled
I don't
at
think
first,
he did. Great pressure.
But great pressure, got the sack. And, you know, we called it at the beginning of the game, David. We mentioned Connor Frazier's name. We thought he would make some big plays on defense. And here he is. He showed up on defense just like we said.
And the officials wave here for the clock to not run. And looks like we have an equipment issue here for one of the Tigers, trying to get one of the helmet straps locked in. Connor Frazier did a really good job there.
Yes.
He was he got off his block on that left-hand side and just made his way straight for King. And like you said, I don't think he knew the ball was out. He was just going for whoever it was in the backfield that had the ball.
Right, absolutely.
So a little bit of a break here as they are unable to get the helmet fixed, and it will be number 80. That's Jet Watson, the junior, coming in for the Tigers.
Back to
Snap.
pass is King. Ooh,
Oh,
he's going to get sacked.
Jaden Allison and Andrew Potts combined together. Great job by the senior.
Those two are like peas and carrots, man. Jaden Allison and Andrew Potts. I don't know if I've ever met two kids that are more similar than those two. It's just Jaden has a mullet and Andrew doesn't. But, man, two fantastic kids, absolutely, and that's great to see. They're pulling off plays for their team tonight.
Timeout on the field.
David, it seems like every broadcast we have to pull in a mullet somehow. So.
Yeah, that seems to be a theme. I'm not sure why. Not really sure why the mullet is a theme, but
it's just
it
the
is.
thing these days.
Yeah.
Morgan Wallen started it, so.
Although there's been a little bit of internet hubbub with his most recent hairstyle.
Yes, yeah. He's bringing back the short hairstyle. I still have a chance, I think. All right, so that'll that'll bring down.
Is yours a style, or is it was it a chosen
it's
thing?
An out of style.
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
All right, so that'll bring up third down and 23.
The Warriors, I believe, take their third and final time out of the half here. Backed up, 2 big defensive plays, all of them caused by seniors. Frazier with the forced fumble, and then Allison and Potts from the right-hand side of that defensive line doing some work getting in the backfield and getting the combined sack. And it will be third and long.
Ball was on the ground for a second.
Yes, it was. And a little bit of forward progress for the Warriors, but not anywhere near what they would need. Clock will run. That will likely be one of our last plays.
Owen Sykes did a good job coming in, cleaning the rest of that play up there at the end, pushing the Warriors back. And that's going to bring up 4th and 23. Got to think the Tigers might be a little bit aggressive here, see if they can maybe pull off a blocked punt. We'll see, though. Don't want to get too aggressive. Never know what could happen. So Sykes and KP will be back to receive.
I think that's going to be our last play of the first half. Only 24 seconds left. I don't think if I'm Adena, I give the Tigers even a chance to potentially return this kick.
Yeah, they'll probably just let it run off if they can.
And the officials wind the clock here. Just 20 seconds left. They will indeed punt it.
Woo!
Oh, and off
there you go. There's Jaden Allison.
The kick goes off of his blocker, and Allison there to clean up the mess.
Big Jaden Allison coming in, eating up the play. Once again, Jaden, great kid, great football player. 1st and 10. Hey, 13 seconds. Chuck it. Hail Mary.
Jaden Allison with an opportune fumble recovery there.
Yeah, and I think it was this game maybe a couple years ago. If you remember, Seth Wise had a tip off Max Eichenberry.
Yes, he did.
I think to finish up a quarter or halftime or something.
Yeah.
Not totally impossible.
We will see what happens there. I'm pretty sure after that punt, whoever the blocker in front of the punter was, I didn't get a number there, but they probably will have an imprint of the laces on their backside.
Something tells me you're right. All right, so Stapleton will come back. We got trips wide on the right, Lone on the left.
Stapleton, pass across the middle, incomplete. Clock will stop, 9 seconds left. Another chance for the Tigers to potentially make their way down and get a chance at some more points here before the half end.
Looked for Matisic down the seam there, just couldn't quite connect. Got to think maybe the Tigers may not be as aggressive here. They may be content with a 3-touchdown lead going into half.
And as we mentioned, the Tigers will get the ball first, opening the second half of play. So they don't have to score here, but that would just be a little bit of icing on the cake here to close out this first half of the season for McClain.
Correctamundo.
Stapleton calls for it from the shotgun.
They're going to do it. Why not?
Potts the extra blocker.
Chucks it.
Hauls it. Deep pass.
He's got numbers there. Ooh.
Incomplete. A couple purple jerseys there, but none of them can haul it in. Clock stops with 2 seconds left.
Good job playing the ball there by Thomas from Adena. It was 3 versus 3 there. Could have went either way. You got to think maybe McClain liked that. They may try that again. Who knows?
So a timeout call by McClain. I believe their first and only timeout here taken thus far in the first half of play. And we'll throw things over to our sponsors for a couple words before we get our last play of this second quarter.
Jim Van Dyke's Automotive, a family-owned and operated auto repair shop and tire center located in Washington Courthouse since 2001. Jim Van Dyke's is the place to go when your vehicle needs service. The team at Van Dyke's is courteous and knowledgeable and will treat you like a friend when you come in for an oil change or a complete overhaul. Schedule an appointment with Jim Van Dyke's today.
All right, we're back in the action. David's over here announcing that the Tiger Boosters have pizza, so if you're not in the stadium, hey, if you want some pizza, come on down. All right, Stapleton back one more time here. 2 seconds left. He's going to drop back.
Trips once again.
He's going to chuck
Pass
it again.
across the middle. KP hauls it in.
Gabe.
Oh, he has a chance. Can he make it in? It's a touchdown
we
for
do
the
have
Tigers.
A flag on the play.
There's a flag. I believe it's going to be for holding.
I think they're going to give that to McClain. They're going to.
We will find out.
That's a touchdown.
Big time play as the clock runs out.
Hail Mother Mary. Caden Penwell with a heck of a catch to end the half. Man. Well, I look like an idiot. I said just go ahead and take the knee and just go to the half happy. Nah.
Huge play
That's
there.
That's some Madden stuff.
I was unsure of who that was going to go to because we got a little bit of a blockage here between the two windows.
Yeah.
And then I kind of peek my head off to the right, and KP's got it in his hands, and he's weaseling his way from three Warrior defenders.
He was just weaving in and out of there, wasn't he?
And just gets his way into the end zone. Big play for the Tigers to end the half.
Just how Braden Wright drew it up.
Exactly.
Yep. And
Weller's
with kick is good.
Another good PAT, 28-0 going into the half.
That will make your score 28-0. Tigers over the Warriors going into the second half. Once again, quick reminder, folks, we got the Tiger Band and the Adena Band coming up in halftime. And we also have Tiger Trivia coming up at the end of halftime as well. Make sure to tune in for Tiger Trivia. You got a $25 gift card if you win. We'll give you the question. Quickest one to get the correct answer or the answer that is closest will receive the gift card from us. So tune in. We'll give you that Tiger Trivia at the end of half. Enjoy your halftime shows. Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, put your hands together and welcome to the center ring the Adena Marching Warriors. Under the direction of Mr. David Swiggett, Field Commander Nora Beery, and Guard Captain Claire Robinson, the band presents their competition performance featuring numbers from the 2017 hit musical, The Greatest Showman. The first number is The Greatest Show, followed by This Is Me, and finishing with a medley of Never Enough and From Now On. The last two numbers feature soloist Lily Thomas. And now, without further ado, what you've all been waiting for, The Greatest Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the pride of Highland County, the McClain Marching Tigers and Tigerettes. The band is under the direction of Rick Duffus, assisted by Skylar Mag and David Weeks. The Tigerettes are advised by Toddy Weeks and assisted by Emma Stegbauer. And our majorette advisor is Ashley Carnes. The majorette captain is Skylar Mazo. Our Tigerette captain is Chloe Schweitzer with co-captains Anna Barrett and Allie Flowers. The assistant field commander is Lillian Bateman, and our 2023 field commander is Alexis West. Modern female-driven pop is alive and well in the 2020s. We start our show with a 2020 power pop single from American singer Ava Max. Here is Kings and Queens.
Cyrus broke all sorts of streaming records, including the fastest to surpass 1 billion streams on Spotify with this next tune released in January of 2023. A trumpet solo performed by Leland Urie sets the stage for our Tigerettes to smile, sparkle, and shake to Flowers.
our portion of halftime by turning the style over to a tune that would have been just as home on the doo-wop charts as it was in 2022. With a flirtatious flash, we flip out to Megan Trainor's Made You Look.
your McClain Marching Tigers and Tigerettes.
And we are back here at McClain Field. A huge first half of action as the Tigers were able to get on the board on the ground 3 times with Andrew Potts, and then to end the first half in the second quarter there with a huge pass play to Caden Penwell. Huge as time ran out, and the Tigers lead 28-0. Here I'm back with Nate Luke. I'm David Weeks here at halftime. 1:35 left on what's left of normal halftime, plus then they'll throw in a couple minutes of warm-up time. And Nate, as you promised, we have Tiger Trivia ready to go here from McClain Field. Our first Tiger Trivia of the season, and it is brought to you, as mentioned before, by Roofex, the fine folks at Roofex, sponsoring all of our Tiger Trivias this year. If you are the winner of tonight's Tiger Trivia, you can be taking home a $25 Visa gift card courtesy of Roofex. Nate, take it away.
Yeah, this one, we got a real doozy for you here. Tonight's Tiger Trivia question, all you have to do to answer is leave your answer in the comments. You cannot answer multiple times. If you do, you are automatically disqualified.
And what platform are we taking answers on, Nate?
Just comment on this, basically comment on this video here on Facebook.
Must be on Facebook.
Put your guess here. This is going to be a numerical guess, okay, a numbered guess here. Let me go ahead and read off the question since we are running out of time. Okay, tonight's Tiger Trivia question. How many years has the Goose, the legend Tim Gossett, been coaching football? This is as an assistant and a head coach. All you have to put is a number. Okay, if you go over the answer, we're doing Price is Right style, that doesn't count. Okay, so it's got to be dead on or as close to the correct answer as possible under it. Okay, so just think Price is Right. How many years has the Goose been coaching football as both an assistant and a head coach? You know how I know what the answer is?
How do you know?
The Goose himself told me.
Oh, straight from the Goose's mouth.
Straight
or straight
from
from
the
the Goose's bill, I guess.
Bill, whatever.
Beak.
Whatever geese and have.
Whatever.
Goose and have.
Whatever guy goose.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That.
So, hey, put your guess in the comments. The first person to get the correct answer or the person who is closest to the correct answer without going over the correct answer will receive tonight's prize. You have basically until whenever you get the right answer or between the third and the fourth quarter. Okay, so we will read the winner between the third and the fourth quarter. Start leaving those comments. It looks like we're getting a bunch already. May the best commenter prevail.
And again, only comments on Facebook. So if you're on YouTube, keep that app open. We know that's a great one to stream through. We appreciate everybody on our YouTube live channel, but we are only taking comments from the Facebook. So if you are commenting on YouTube, you might be correct, but you got to get it on Facebook for tonight to take home your chance at $25 courtesy of Roofex. The Tigers are going to be coming off the sidelines here and receiving this second half kick. Let's talk real quick about what got us to this point of 28-0 here, Nate, as we are getting ready to open up our second half.
Yeah, so 3 touchdowns by Andrew Potts. That's a good start. Like we said, keys to the game at the beginning, the big hog malleys up front. Sorry, I'm reading Ed Bollander's comment that he just left, so well done there, Ed. Andrew Potts scored 3 touchdowns. We fed the beast, and it's worked out so far. Caden Pinwell, with 2 seconds left to go, we had about a 45-yard trot from him. Drake Stapleton got it down to him in the middle. He weaved in and out of the defense, made his way into the end zone with no time left on the first half clock, and that made your score 28-0. So far, the Adena Warriors, they've had some chances here and there, but through penalties or turnovers at the last march, they have given up those rights to a touchdown. So far, McClain Tigers are putting on the Warriors, and if you're a McClain fan, that's a great sight to see so far.
All right, so we're getting ready for our second half here. Just about 30 seconds left on the warm-up time. The Tigers will break the sideline huddle and make their way out to receive the second half kick. First kickoff of the night for the Warriors. We've not seen a place kicker as of yet, but it looks like it will be number 4, Cody Watkins, not only having punt duties but also with kickoff duties to his name. We did find out our roster up in the booth did not have a number 3 listed, and we did receive word that number 3 is Tyrelli Ward. So thank you to those of you that reached out and let us know that number 3 is indeed Tyrelli Ward. We will make note of that, and
that makes us feel good.
Yes.
You guys are actually listening. You're participating. We love that, man.
Yes, we're big into
that.
Participation here. We
don't have any trophies for your participation.
No, there are no
love
awards. We're big fans, though. So thank you so much to those that let us know, and we will make note of that for the second half.
It looks like a slightly different kickoff return team for the Tigers. We have Owen Sykes back. He's the normal returner, but we got T.D. Matisic lined up beside him. T.D., of course, a very, very speedster, very big speedy guy himself. And Adena kicks off. They're going to do a little squib kick. That's going to go to Connor McCune. He's going to bring it up, get about 8 to 9 yards on the return for Connor McCune. That will put the ball on the Adena 48-yard line. Yep, 48-yard line. First and 10 for the McClain Tigers.
All right, so good job by Connor McCune with his hands ready in that kind of first level of returners there. Good yardage on the return into Adena territory. Ball spotted on the 48. It'll be Stapleton with Potts to his left, it looks to be. Two flankers on either side. Handoff, Potts. Little counter action. Free for a little bit. Rumbles forward to the 40, so good yardage. Gain of about 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2 for McClain after that run by Potts on first.
Good start for the Tigers there. Little power play by Potts there up the middle. They got to love that starting out the half. Nothing flashy, just rumble and bumble your way up the middle.
Yeah, you got to go to that hand that you know you can trust, and that is the hand of Andrew Potts. Keeping those legs moving, churning forward for 8 yards there on first down. It'll be 2nd and 2. Similar formation. Once again, Stapleton in the shotgun. Potts to his left, calls for it. This time he pulls. RPO action. Has to keep the ball. I think he may be near the line to gain. I don't. The official runs in and spots the ball. Looks like near the 38, so he might have gotten a first down.
And if it's not a first down, it's going to be a a third and very, very short. Sykes is going to come out with a little bit of a limp on the play. Frazier and Madison go in. And that will be an official timeout on the field.
All right, so they will bring the chains out for the 2nd time tonight. We saw the Warriors have the benefit of a first down in the first half due to the links of the chain, and McClain will have an opportunity to have the ball measured here. It looks like they may be short. Yes, they are indeed short of the line to gain by about a foot. So 3rd and very short for the Tigers here.
Yeah, no big surprise there. It was going to be very, very close there. So Tigers are going to go for this 3rd and inches. Got to think they may pull off a sneak with Drake or a power with Andrew here.
Yeah, I look
or
for.
Heck, just put Andrew under center, let him sneak it.
I look for the Tigers to not get too far out of their normal bag of tricks here, and just give the ball to number 44 here. Let him push forward and pick up the first down yardage with less than a yard to go. And so the chains will make their way back over to the sidelines. Didn't have to go very far as the ball will be spotted on the far hash here. Looks to be near the 38, but the line to gain just a little bit closer to the goal than that for the Tigers. The officials hold up a fist as if it's 4th down. No, now they.
That should be 3rd down.
It should be 3rd down.
Tigers going to get up to the line quick. You got to think this will be a sneak here.
Stapleton under center. Oh, should be encroachment.
Okay.
It doesn't matter, though, because the handoff, which goes forward by Andrew Potts, will gain first down yardage.
Look like Thomas and Metzger there for Adena on the tackle. But first down for the Tigers. Good run up the middle again by Potts. Again, that offensive line, the Hog Malleys, they're pushing.
And you can imagine that the Tigers are ready here to just keep the ball on the ground, really wear out the will of the Adena Warriors as this 3rd quarter clock keeps ticking down now with 10:20. Stapleton with it. Now looks to pass.
He's going to roll.
Going to have to roll and run. Now gives a little bit of a juke. Rolls out of bounds to stop the clock. Little bit of gained yardage, and it will be 2nd down for the Tigers.
You know, and Drake's not gonna kill you with straightforward speed, but he's doing a good job of just using his feet, keeping a wide base when a defender's trying to break down on him. And he's timing up his, I guess you could call it his jukes. He's timing those up very well tonight to where he's just getting a little extra half yard on the play. He's doing a good job there.
Yeah, he kept his head in things, looking to throw the ball, but knew nothing was open downfield, had to tuck it and run. Gave it a little bit of a shimmy toward the end to pick up an extra yard there. Stapleton with it in the backfield. Elects to keep. RPO, dumps it forward to Penwell, kind of bobbles around, incomplete. That'll stop the clock and bring up third down.
Yeah, Drake had he had Connor Kuhn out wide a little bit there. Probably should have went out wide on that RPO. But that's hard to see when you got defensive ends coming at you from every direction. And that will be a flag for an eligible receiver downfield. So that is going to push the Tigers back a little bit here. So penalty is going to be enforced. That'll bring up about a 3rd and 11. And that will be a replay down for the Tigers. So a little bit longer way to go now.
Down for McClain.
Clock is stopped. You got to think McClain wants that thing to keep rolling. So maybe they keep it on the ground here and just let it roll. Or maybe they do another run-pass option.
Yeah, well, it's hard to tell.
They've been doing a lot of those tonight.
Don't tell Goose that it's an RPO, though.
Yes.
He will
He's
adamantly
Seth
deny
Weller. Good coverage there by number 9.
That's Francis on the coverage.
Not Noah Sponsel, Joey Francis. I'm getting my rosters mixed up. So that will now bring up a 4th and 9 for McClain. Since the field position is right here around the 35, they may just go for this.
I think that would be a wise choice.
I don't know if there's a whole lot of sense to punt it from here unless you're looking for a little coffin corner.
No.
Seth Weller's that good with it.
No, and the net yardage on that would not be very much.
Yeah, you're not gaining a lot there. So they're going to go empty backfield, it looks like.
They do go empty backfield. It'll be Stapleton alone by himself in the shotgun. 3 to his left, 2 to his right. Looking to his left, now looks back to his right. Throw, and it is incomplete. Was looking for McCune, the wideout, but Francis once again in on the coverage, knocking it away.
That looked like a little Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay Packers back shoulder attempt there. But once again, well guarded by Joey Francis from Adena. Intended receiver was McCune. That will be a turnover on downs. 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
All right, so the Warriors will have it. Same spot. No blood, no foul there when it came to that 4th down play. Nothing gained, but the down was lost and possession lost there for the Tigers as the Warriors will have it.
Warriors really packing it in
Tight
here.
set.
Number 3 with
hand
the ball.
off, that's Ward.
Tyrelli
Ward. He is
again, he's
fast.
quick. Oh, my gosh, he just hit another gear. He's gone.
See you later, says Tyrelli Ward. Big play for the Warriors.
He was going to be a problem. So number 3, Tyrelli Ward, with about a 55, 60-yard run on the play there. We knew it from the very beginning. The first time he touched the ball, he's a very fluid athlete, and you can just tell if he gets the ball in open space, he has a chance to take to the house every time.
You could tell. He's got lightning in those shoes when it comes to his speed.
Yes.
He is just eating up the turf, and he made a really nice cut at full speed. Seth Weller had an opportunity to potentially force him to the sideline, and he just kind of shifted those hips and worked his way back to the center and into the end zone. Great job by Ward there on the run.
Cody Watkins back to kick for Adena.
It'll be Watkins, number 4. Signals to the holder that he is ready. Ball down, kick up. It will split the uprights, and the Warriors get on the board here in the 3rd quarter. 28-7 your score.
So Adena finally makes the scoreboard here, 28-7. Tyrelli Ward with the big play for Adena. And it's always those guys, he made it look easy.
Yeah.
Just a really fluid athlete. You can tell he's got really good flexible hips there. He's powerful. So, I'd watch out for him. I would continue to be on the lookout for him if I'm the Tigers D.
They did a really nice job in that tight set, what looked to be a power set, getting to the speedster back. And once he got past the line of scrimmage, because everybody was
packed up so tight, there really wasn't a whole lot on the back end to slow him down.
Yeah, and then that's how you utilize an athlete like him. You pack him in tight. As long as he's got a free rein to get to the outside, all of even our best athletes are going to have a hard time keeping up with him. They're going to have to catch up with him if they're packed in the middle like that. So that was a good play call by Coach Miller there. We'll see if the Adena Warriors can pull off a similar thing next offensive series.
The Tigers will have a chance, though, here on offense first as Watkins will kick off once again. Ball teed up on the 40. Sykes and TD Matisic deep to return. The ball will go to Owen Sykes. He takes it from around the 15, cuts his way left across, now switches hands once again, tries to make a man miss, brought down at the 30, so a gain of 15 on the return, and that's where the Tigers are going to take over.
About a 16-yard return or so. So David, if you're McClain, do you change anything offensively now? You're still up 3 touchdowns, but we see the explosiveness, the potential here for a comeback.
Yeah.
What do? Do you change or do you
no?
keep it the same?
I think you just kind of keep your head steady. Understand that you have a weapon in and of itself, and Andrew Potts, like you mentioned in the opening pregame area, you just got to chew up time on the clock. You can't get too cute here. And Potts will take the handoff and rumble his way forward to the 39 for a positive gain.
And once again, folks, Potts is playing through a little bit of an injury tonight. So you got to appreciate the toughness that you're seeing from one of your senior leaders out there. And he's going to go take a breather, probably a much-earned breather.
Certainly so, as he has put in a lot of work here. 3 scores to his name, couple defensive plays as well from his defensive end position. So he makes his way to the sideline, and it will be Stapleton and I believe Caden Penwell in the backfield with Stapleton to the left. This time handoff to Stapleton. Correction, to Penwell.
Caden Penwell.
Caden Penwell with it. Makes one miss and keeps rumbling forward inside the 30. Big gain for KP.
And speaking of fluid athletes out there, we've been bragging on Tyrelli Ward for Adena, but man, Caden Penwell, that is his 3rd explosive play tonight, and he's looking fluid, he's looking athletic, and he's not easy to bring down in the open field tonight. So you have kind of that lightning and thunder aspect with your running backs. That's a really good sign for the McClain Tigers.
That's a great thing for the Tigers to have kind of both of those bits of tempo there, one to bruise you and then one to shake you out of your shoes. It'll be Penwell once again with Stapleton in the backfield. Stapleton takes a snap, hands off to Penwell, tries to work off the right-hand side, makes one miss, but then there's a couple more as number 12 slowed him down, and the rest of them were able to clean it up. Loss on the play for the Tigers.
Yeah, good penetration there by Luke Preston from Adena. Really blew up that play. Didn't get the tackle, but was obviously the major reason for that blow up in the backfield. So that'll be a loss of 1 on the play. That'll bring up a 2nd and 11 at the Adena 29-yard line.
A little bit of a substitution coming off of the Adena Warriors sideline there as number 55 looks to be Chuck Saxer comes in, replacing number 50 Chase Trevette. Trevette's been a big disruptor on the defensive line there. Once again, Stapleton, Penwell to his left. Bobbled snap, low snap. Stapleton rolls left, pass. McCune had a chance, incomplete. And then he's pushed to the turf after the play. He will stay down for a little bit.
Yeah, a couple guys slow to get up on that one. McCune had it, just once again, just did not bring that pass in. Just looking upfield a little bit too soon there. I think he was anticipating those Adena defenders getting to him.
Yeah,
so
I believe so.
Hopefully he'll get that back.
And, McCune's had a couple opportunities here, but unfortunately not able to haul in any of those targets to him yet this evening. But just got to keep going back to him and build that confidence if he has the chance again, depending upon the way the play is drawn up. Once again, Potts on the sideline taking a breather. He puts his helmet back on, though, so it looks like he'll be ready to come in just a little bit.
Cam
Stapleton
back out there at receiver.
Pass complete. This time, McCune with it, so he makes up for the pass that was incomplete last time goes out of bounds. Gain on the play for the Tigers.
That shows a little bit of resilience there on McCoon's part, dropping the pass before, just doing a nice simple hitch route, outside hitch, maybe inside hitch there. Doing a good job recovering there.
4th and a short 3 or a long 2, depending upon where this ball is spotted here on the 26-yard line, or correction, 21-yard line. Tigers break the huddle.
They're going to pack it in tight.
Power
here.
set. And a delay of game. Looks to be going against the Tigers.
Yeah. Be on the lookout for that sign that they give. It appears, yeah, delay of game there on the Tigers. So that's going to bring the ball back 5 yards. That will make it 4th and 8, ball on the 26-yard line.
Yeah, so
McClain's going to go for it. Why not?
What looked to be a manageable 4th and short now becomes 4th and a little bit of distance here. Stapleton with it, looking across the middle once again. Wide open is number 31. That's Connor Frazier hauling it in for the first down for the Tigers.
Great route there by Connor Frazier. We're seeing him more in that tight end position. I think Owen Sykes was experimented there earlier on during this early season, but you know, Sykes has found a place out at receiver, and Connor Frazier's kind of filled that tight end position there from time to time. So good route there.
Handoff, Potts up the middle, pushing forward. He'll be down inside the 5, probably near the 4. Great run there. 2nd and goal.
And that will bring up 2nd and goal, 4-yard line, maybe the 5. So let's go ahead and go to an ad, Brad. Rhyme intended.
McDonald's of Greenfield. Everyone knows the Golden Arches for their perfectly crafted Big Mac and delicious fries. But more than the menu, McDonald's of Greenfield takes pride in the value that they provide to the community. They're proud to support our student athletes and are dedicated to everyone who says, "I'm loving it." Merchants National Bank. Established in 1879, the Merchants National Bank is an independent institution built upon a foundation of financial strength and customer service. They specialize in providing exceptional service on a personal level and are large enough to provide financial products at competitive prices, yet small enough to know their customers. With 17 convenient offices to serve you in Ohio, Merchants National Bank is proud to be your local community bank.
New limits act.
And about halfway through the 3rd quarter now, looked like Adena Warrior had a bit of a cramp there over the PA system. Mike Penn just won the raffle for tonight. So that's really cool because Mike Penn, as most people know in Greenfield, is extremely generous and is always giving to the community. So, hey, once in a while, it's nice to get it back.
Absolutely. Mike is just a wonderful supporter of our school and community as a whole. So couldn't happen to a better person, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Love that guy.
All right. Looks to be a cramp for one of the Warriors there, so nothing too serious, but the Tigers will line up after that little break in that power position. Handoff, Andrew Potts, just shuffle, and the official runs in from the side, puts up 2 hands, another touchdown Tigers.
So that makes numero cuatro, whatever touchdowns is in Spanish, numero cuatro touchdowns for Andrew Potts. Just rumbling and bumbling. That makes your score 34-7 with about halfway to go in the 3rd period.
Andrew Potts, 4 touchdowns to his name. One more, he's got a handful.
That he does, David. That he does.
I'm good with math.
You are a very, yes, I agree. So anyway, Seth Weller back to kick.
Oh,
It is
blocked.
blocked by Adena. That
All
looked like
right.
number 2 for Adena, Grant Rawlings. So that will keep your score at 34-7.
Yeah, great job by the left-hand side of that special teams line unit coming in and getting the block there, and that is the first blemish for the Tigers when it comes to PATs on the season, as Weller had been perfect up until then with all of his point-after tries. And your score here at McClain Field, 34-7 in favor of the purple and gold.
It's nice to see the Tiger offense getting off to a really good start this season, and really what's been most impressive is the lack of penalties. You know, last year we just saw penalty after penalty, drive killer after drive killer. And so it's been really refreshing to see that, you know, the seniors this year, they're doing a good job of staying disciplined and providing leadership. And, you know, not that the seniors last year didn't do that, but, you know, things are just looking like they're coming together a little bit better on the discipline side of things this year.
And,
so
and
well done.
One of the things that I've noticed is the penalties that they have had have not been major penalties.
Correct.
We're not seeing a bunch of personal fouls or anything like that. We've had
Yep.
a couple blocks in the back or something along those lines, but nothing that's been, you know, a big 15-yard type penalty or anything that compounds like that. So great job there for the Tigers.
The return there from Adena was by Darian Thomas. Engulfed pretty quickly after about a 3 to 4 yard return there by the Tigers. 6:34 left to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. And as a quick reminder, in between the third and fourth quarters here, we will have the answer to your Tiger trivia question for the night. We've had some close ones. Someone may have gotten it. We'll see.
Yeah, number 8, the ball carrier there for the Tigers, rumbles his way forward to the 40, and that's a first down for the Warriors on the first down run.
So Connor Gordon with the first down run here. Biggest thing for Adena right now is, you know, it's midway through the third quarter. That clock's just ticking. They're packing in tight here. They have Tyrelli back here.
They give it to him again.
No go, though.
This time the line does a really good job of getting off their blocks, and I think it was Connor Frazier there again disrupting things.
Yeah, Connor Frazier, a couple great defensive plays, great catch so far. Having himself a good night tonight. And, you know, once again, the Warriors, they're going to try to put it in the hand of number 3 there. You have to at this point. They've got to show a little bit of pizzazz here, get creative with the offense and see what can happen here. So McClain's got to stay very disciplined here. Eli Douglas gets to the side there.
It's number 1, Thomas, who is now at the quarterback position. He wiggles forward to the near the 45, so positive yardage brings up third down, though, and about 6.
Okay, 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. King comes out with the play for the Warriors.
All right, so King taking just one play off.
They packed it in tight the last couple times. You got to think that's because King wasn't out there in the shotgun. They're going to put him back in the shotgun. They're still keeping things fairly tight here. No sign of Tyrelli Ward.
Oh, great job with the hard count there by King.
Yep.
They're going to get 5 free ones.
Multiple Tigers jump off sides there. So that will be encroachment on the Tigers. That'll be 5 yards. That will bring up third and short, about a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, about 3rd and 1, maybe
Ball
slightly
exactly
less
at
than
midfield.
1. Nose of the ball on the end of the white strip of paint for the 50-yard line. Warriors break once again into that tight formation. Handoff goes to number 8. Oh, had a chance to bring him down in the backfield, but he does a good job of wiggling those hips and getting free from T.D. Matisic, and he'll pick up a first down.
Number 8, Connor Gordon, I believe that was his first carry of the night. Big guy. Looks like he's, if I'm reading this right, a junior. Looked like a pretty good carry for him. He's a tough guy to bring down.
Yeah, second run on the night there for Gordon.
Oh, was that his second
Yeah,
run?
and
Okay.
both of them first downs.
They're gonna
Hand
give it to
off
him
again, goes to Gordon. He's got plenty of juice in those legs. Brought down after a gain of near 5. Second down for the
All right,
Warriors.
So looks like so far Ward and Gordon, they're going to have to be the two Warriors that the Tigers kind of focus on. Every time that Gordon's get the ball in his hands, he's had positive yardage. But he's going to go out of the game, it looks like, for at least this play. Ward comes back in.
Ward back in. They keep it tight. You have to imagine it's going to end up in his hands. And it does. Does a good job getting off of the line, getting forward, and he will indeed make the line to gain. Brought down at the 35. Another first down for Adena.
You know, Ward did a good job of shaking and baking there, doing a lot with a little bit of room. You know, Owen Sykes did a good job of containing him, not letting him get to the outside, but still positive yardage by Ward on that play. Warriors looking pretty good on the ground so far.
Yeah, they're keeping the ball on the ground, keeping everything tight, trying to limit any mistakes that might be made.
There's Gordon again, positive yardage on the play.
Really good job by Cade Sponsel getting them low and breaking that up to keep the gain to only about 4.
All right, so Tigers back on their heels a little bit. But as we've seen, you know, the Warriors they've had some positive series, but those positive series usually end with, you know, some sort of penalty or drive breaker. So, you know, maybe the Tigers can pull out a stop here on these next couple plays. Looks like Tyrelli Ward will be back in the backfield, and looks like Adena will call a timeout.
Yeah, we have a timeout called by the Warriors here. They're first to the second half. And we'll throw it to Brad for a couple ads here with this break in the action.
Corner Quality Paving. Quality Paving is a family-owned and operated business, and they've served Southern Ohio for 12 years with one goal in mind: to provide their customers with a project that they can be proud of. Quality's attention to detail is second to none, and they feel that your investment in your driveway, parking lot, or road needs to look great and last for years. Cutting corners is not an option. They complete each project with the best material to ensure a job well done every time. The Rusty Keg. If you need a hot meal or a cold drink, the Rusty Keg is the place to stop. Their menu boasts plenty of options that are sure to satisfy your taste buds and quench whatever you may be thirsting for. Stop in during the week or after the game to the Rusty Keg in
All right,
Washington
we're back
Courthouse.
to the action now. The Warriors are driving down the field, looking at about a 2nd and 6. Ball on the 31-yard line. Tigers got to pull out a stop here.
Kept the ball on the ground the entire time, and I don't think they've had anyone outside of the tight end area. Handoff, kind of jet sweep action to Ward. Shake and bake, but brought down in the backfield. Flag as well. We'll see what it's for.
Looked to be possible face mask on the play there at the end. Just judging by the flag where it was thrown. So, yeah,
it looks
pointing.
Yep, they're pointing to the Tigers' face mask there.
So that'll be a 15-yard penalty. Oh, 5-yarder. So that must be different in high school. So inadvertent face mask is 5 yards.
Yeah, so you have an inadvertent face mask, and then you also have the personal foul face mask.
Correct. Yep.
5 yards versus 15. The Tigers just getting the hand on the headwear there, and
Gordon in the backfield.
Have
Looking
second
at a power
down.
situation here.
Kind of a little Jets sweep type action. And this time it is number 1, Thomas, getting bottled up in the backfield, and a flag comes in at the end of the play. We'll see what that's for.
That might be on Adena there. Judging by Caden Penwell's reaction, that's going to go against Adena. Personal foul. So I couldn't tell if that was on Thomas for Adena.
Yeah,
one of the linemen. Looked like someone may have grabbed a face mask of Caden Pinwell there at the end.
Yeah, not exactly sure who it was, but nonetheless, a little bit of a temper flare there by the Warriors, and that will tack on some penalty yardage to compound the loss there on the play.
And again, we've said it numerous times, the Warriors, they look okay on a drive, and then this happens. Offsetting penalties, okay. So offsetting penalties, but people are debating whether, based on the yardage, whether it should be more in the favor of McClain. Either way, offsetting, they're going to go to second down.
That's the second time it looked like the official had thrown a block in the back signal. This time it's held in by, looks like number 35, Hicks, I think.
Hicks, yep, that is Hicks.
He's come out of his tight end position a number of times, hauling in the pass.
Good little crossing route there by Mr. Hicks. Good rhythm pass by Lucas King. And once again, Adena, they were driving before with the run. Now they're getting some breaks in the passing game. Makes it 3rd and short and very manageable.
King under center, hands to Gordon.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, we have a flag. I think it's going to be likely
sideline
warning.
Yeah, sideline warning.
More than likely.
Looked like one of the McClain Tigers was inching on the field a little bit too close. Yeah, one of the McClain coaches just got a little too close to that sideline there.
And
it looks like the Warriors
are going to have it, yeah. Tight once again. Ball spotted near the 21-yard line.
From this tight formation.
No, they are not. Ward with it. Little shake and bake action. And he will keep trying to push forward. Held up, though, by the ankle. Brought down at the 2, finally. 1st and goal, Adena.
Once again, Ward with not a huge gain, 10, 12 yards, but just an electrifying run there. You could barely see him. He's just a blip in the action as he runs by the McClain defense there.
And it looks like Coach Penwell is going to walk his way out onto the field and say, hey, we need to talk this over, boys. First timeout called by the Tigers here in the second half. And we'll throw things over to our sponsors for tonight. So, Brad, take it away. Southern Hills Community Bank. Located in the heart of Greenfield, Southern Hills is truly a community-minded bank. Whether for personal or business banking needs, SHCB does it all. With locations all across Southern Ohio, you're bound to find a friendly face that can help you with your financial needs. Stewart's Pharmacy. Are you looking for a pharmacy that does more than just hand you a prescription in a paper bag? A pharmacist who knows you and your family members on a first-name basis? A place to get personalized care from people who go the extra mile for you? Well, Stewart's Pharmacy is your good neighbor pharmacy. They're locally owned and operated and proud to bring you tailored care to help you manage your overall wellness from head to toe. Stewart's Pharmacy, located inside of Community Markets in Greenfield, your good. All right, the Warriors pharmacy. With it. 1st and goal from the 2. Handoff, but flags fly. It would have been number 32 running it in, Austin McGill, but the action was stopped before he could get his way into the end zone.
We'll go against McClain. King under center. Oh, man. Stuck at the very start. I didn't even get a number of the carrier on that. That was so fast. Look like number 32 for Adena. Austin McGill with the carry. Stuffed at the line. That will now bring up second down and 3, or I should just say second and goal at the 3.
Yeah, it's hard to tell if it's at the 3.5 or the 4-yard line here, but
So once
nonetheless
again,
going
Adena
backward.
packing it tight.
This time it goes to Gordon. Nice little juke move out to the right, and he pushes forward and crosses the goal line. Second score for the Warriors tonight.
That was kind of a first that we've seen for Gordon. Gordon's been kind of whamming and bamming all night long. He's kind of held down those up the gap runs, but we see a little shake and bake there. Takes it to the right side, dives into to the end zone for a nice 3-yard touchdown.
Yeah, does a nice little jump cut there in the backfield, frees himself up, works his way off the right-hand side, and doesn't have to get any more than across the goal line.
Yeah.
That's all he needed for 6 points for the Warriors here in the third quarter with just 26 seconds left to play.
This brings in Cody Watkins to kick for the Warriors.
Holder calls for the ball, placed, and up
That
and
will
good.
make your score 34-14. McClain up on Adena. Only 26 seconds left in the third quarter. So Adena making some end ground here, winning the touchdown battle of this quarter so far against McClain. I'd be remiss to remind everybody, once again, Tiger Trivia answer will be coming up here soon. See if you win. We'll call a name of the person who has won between the third and fourth quarter.
So we will have a winner one way or the other, whether that number is spot on or just under, the closest there for our Tiger Trivia question. Once again, that Tiger Trivia question involves the longest standing coach on McClain's staff, and the question was, how many total years does the man, the myth, the legend, Goose Tim Gossett have in coaching overall, whether as an assistant or as a head coach? And that number will probably not surprise too many of you. I look to be, from the comments, we saw a lot of people getting out their abacus, making sure that they could count all of those years up.
Yeah, they were getting out the history books.
Oh, the history tablets even.
The pre-1900
yeah.
parts of it. That's weird. All right, Adena back to kick, and Madisick and Sykes back to receive, but
yeah, I think
like
it's McHugh. No,
that's Cam Medley.
That is Cam Medley, number 1.
Cam changed numbers from last year.
Yes, he did. And he will get a good return across the 35 to the 37. That's where the Tigers are going to take over.
Cam Medley, the returner, now down near the 37-yard line. Tigers will take over. First and 10.
Well, I was wrong on what McClain would do at the end of last quarter, so Hail Mary. Heck with it. Why not?
Yeah, let's throw it up.
Throw it up and see what happens.
20 seconds left here in the third. The Tigers will break the huddle. Drake Stapleton in the shotgun. Andrew Potts to his right. T.D. Madisick on the near side as the lone receiver. 2 receivers to the left of Stapleton. Stapleton calls for it. Little bit of
Gordon almost
movement.
had that timed
Yeah, I
out
think
perfectly.
Gordon was getting ready, but there was a false start beforehand.
Trying to channel his inner Troy Polamalu there.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be a false start on the offense. Originally, I thought it might have been encroachment there, but that was probably the reason for it.
Yeah,
so
perhaps
that'll back the Tigers up 5 yards.
Gordon, with that well-timed pressure, getting the offensive line to move just a little bit. It'll be pretty much the same formation, just numbers in different spots. 2 receivers left, 1 right.
Once again, timing that out perfectly. Man.
Potts takes the pitch off the right-hand side.
Potts
brought down by
barreling
McGill, I believe, number 32. Good gain. Almost gets all of the first down yardage, but brought down at the 45.
Yeah, kids these days probably don't know Troy Polamalu, but if you don't, go back through and watch his video of how he used to time up a snap. Mr. Gordon from Adena is doing something very similar to that. So that will bring us to the end of the third quarter tonight. Your score, McClain 34, Adena 14 at the start of the fourth. All right, so Brad, David, this brings us to our answer for the night for Tiger Trivia.
Yeah, it probably will not surprise many of you that this number is in the double digits.
How did you know that?
Well,
Yeah.
you know, I just had a feeling. As young as Tim looks,
Yep.
he's
Again,
got some age to him
your
when it comes to
question
coaching.
again was how many years has the Tim Gossett been coaching football as both an assistant and a head coach? We played Price is Right style, but we didn't even need Price is Right style because someone hit it on the bullseye. A couple people hit it on the bullseye.
People hit it, but our
one,
first one to get it.
Yeah, first one to get it was, listen closely, I think it's Shalia Black Garrison. So maybe Shalia or Sheila. So I'm going to say Shalia Black Garrison. You were the first one to hit 33 years. So congratulations. If you can, Shalia Black Garrison, send us a private message or a direct message to the McClain Athletic page, and we will get you your $25 gift card. Sponsored by, again, Roof
Andrew
X.
Potts with the run. Breaks free. Has a chance. Oh, it's going to be a block in the back. Penwell got a hand on the last man that had a chance, and he shakes his head. He knows it. Oh, my.
Man, that's one of those tough calls. You know, you want guys to block downfield. Caden Penwell was doing a heck of a job blocking downfield. I think he just – he mistimed one of those blocks, caught an Adena defender in the back at the last second, and that will negate that awesome touchdown run by Andrew Potts. But again, Caden Penwell, senior leader, has had a heck of a game tonight. He'll make up for that. So once again, just one more time, our winner tonight for Tiger Trivia, Shalia Black Garrison at 33 years. For her answer, please, again, direct message us, and we will work out a way to get you your $25 gift card. Thank you for playing Tiger Trivia. Our next home game, we will have another Tiger Trivia sponsored by Roof X, so make sure to tune in then as well. All right, so after the negated touchdown, Tigers will take over on their own on the Adena 41-yard line. Two wide receivers out left, Stapleton in the shotgun. Hands it off to, it looks like Potts again. He's going to bumble up the middle for about a 2 to 3 yard gain on the play.
Yeah, pushes inside the 40, so gain on the play. Keeping it on the ground, keep the clock running.
Keep that clock running. Madison and McCoon will come in, bringing the play to Drake Stapleton. And the Tigers will have a 2nd and 8 in front of them.
And the Tigers break the huddle once again. Stapleton in that shotgun. We've seen Drake get under center a couple times, but for the most part in that shotgun behind the experienced center, Jaden Allison. This time he will just keep on the quarterback designed run, brought down after a gain near the 35-yard line. 3rd down for McClain.
I love that play call by Coach Gossett there, giving Drake Stapleton a direct QB run up the middle there. Drake with the sherbet-flavored shoes running up the gut there. Good call, good push by the line. Picked up some good yardage to make this 3rd down manageable.
So the Tigers will have an opportunity here to pick up the 1st down with 3rd and 4 as we see here in the stadium. Drake Stapleton calls for it from the shotgun pitch, right? Andrew Potts with it, makes one miss, keeps pushing forward. I think
Probably
he's going to be
about 2 or 3.
Little shy of the line to gain, but we'll have chipped away at that distance just a little bit.
That'll bring up about a 4th and 2, 4th and 3. And it appears as if McClain will go ahead and go for this. Why not? You're within your 35-yard line. So this will make it a 4th and 2 call here for McClain.
And the Tigers break the huddle. This time Stapleton will indeed be under center. Potts the lone back behind him. Just give it to the big boy, and he will follow the other big boys that are up front as they push forward and are able to pick up the 1st down are the Tigers.
Once again, the Tiger offensive line, the Hog Malleys up front doing their job, making Mr. Potts look like a 5-star running back tonight. I think Andrew's going to have to buy those guys some steak tomorrow. They're doing a good job for him.
Yeah, and he could go to White's Meat and Deli to get some of that steak, one of our sponsors.
You stop it.
Oh,
I love White's Meat.
oh my goodness.
Shameless plugs.
Yes.
All right.
Love
So
those shameless plugs.
Tigers keep the clock rolling as it ticks, nearing the 9-minute mark left here in the fourth quarter. 34-14 your score. Tigers with a sizable 20-point lead, but they're looking to add to this here and take a little bit more time off the clock, and it won't be before they stop the clock with a timeout called. We'll go to some of our sponsors here in just a second.
White's Meat and Deli. White's Meat and Deli, located in Bainbridge, Ohio, is a locally owned and operated meat and deli. They offer some of the best primal cuts of meat in southern Ohio, and they have a deli that is stocked with a wide selection of lunch meats and deli cheeses. They're even available for special orders. So whether you have a hankering for some bologna and cheese or a more refined palate, White's has you covered.
All right, so looks like we got a first down and 10. Back to the action here. Right hash. Score 34-14. McClain on top of the Warriors with 8:51 left to go in the game. Got to think they're just going to keep feeding the beast. Let the Hog Malleys do their job. Push that ball forward.
I've been very impressed with the line this evening.
All right, so Stapleton in the shotgun. That looked like a broken play, but he somehow got it off to Caden Pinwell. Oh, a little okey-doke. And he wants that touchdown. He wants it. He got it. Touchdown, Caden Pinwell. Wow. That was awesome. That was pretty cool. I mean, it looked like Reggie Bush. He's hurdling people. He like had a little shutter step there, and then he just dragged 2 or 3 guys in with him. That was pretty cool.
I mean, you got
I
everything.
wish I could do that.
I think you still could, Nate.
You stop it.
Well, I mean, there are video games for a reason.
There are.
There are.
Yep. And for guys like me. Weller back to kick for the Tigers.
Ball
Kick
down,
is up.
kick up, and this time it is good. Your score now 41-14 for the Tigers.
All right, so with Weller's kick being good, your score, Tigers 41, the Adena Warriors 14 with 8:40 left in the game. Comfortable lead here. David, remind me, I know we're probably not close to this. What's the running clock total again?
It has to be 30 in the 30 in the second half.
Okay, 30 in the second
so
half.
we are close, but not quite there.
No cookie.
The field goal attempt by the Tigers earlier in the half would have put it, or earlier in the first half would have put us there. However, that was a missed field goal attempt, and so we sit at 37 points for the differential. And, you know, you cannot say enough about how the offense for the Tigers has really come out, and they've played their cards, the trump cards that they've got all the way through. Potts, Penwell, Drake Stapleton managing things well at his quarterback position. It's just it's what you expected from the Tigers, but it's good to see that it's hitting when it needs to.
Right, absolutely. And you know, Caden Pinwell's rightfully so, great run. Andrew Potts, great runs. Drake Stapleton, great passes. Again, guys up front, man.
And
Give it to 'em.
and then you got everybody else that's just chipping in there and doing their parts as
just
well. I mean,
doing what they got to go do.
You know, you think about guys like Connor Frazier, a senior. You think about Gunnar Bodie, Sponsel,
Owen Sykes. Yes, absolutely.
Jaden Allison just setting the tone in the center of that line. Oh, the ball fell off the tee.
Thomas with the return.
Has an opportunity. Little wiggle there. Made Cam Medley go back and forth a couple times, and he will be brought down across the 45 at the 46. That's where the Warriors will take over.
He was brought down by
possession.
number 25, Andrew Rader, on the play. So that's going to put the ball around midfield here for the Warriors. You got to think with the score being how it is right now, Warriors definitely have to pull out any stops that they might have here. They got to get incredibly aggressive to even have a chance at this point.
Yeah, we saw in the last drive or so that they went to that tight set, which kind of allowed them to get hats on hats and free up number 3 Ward along with number 8 Gordon. It'll be King in the backfield with another back. This time he will look to his left, trying to get
He's looking
Ward.
for Ward down. Oh, he got way past the defense.
Wow,
Catch.
what an absolute great all-out effort by Ward.
Yeah, that's what Adena's going to have to do. Get the ball to number 3, get the ball to Tyrelli Ward. If they can do that, who knows? He's going to go out for a quick breather. You got to imagine he's going to come back in as soon as humanly possible.
You can tell he's just super-duper excited. And he really was not in the offense until the second quarter, third quarter. But they found someone who can really open the game up. It was number 8, Gordon, once again, the ball carrier. We haven't seen him carry until the third quarter, but he's made some positive yardage almost every single play.
Yeah, I think Dreitzler's out with maybe some cramps or something like that. So we hope he's okay for Adena. Nate Dreitzler, their starting running back at the beginning of the game. But, yeah, we've seen a very healthy dose of Gordon and Ward here in the second half, and it's turned out pretty well so far. They just got to get points on the board quick if they want to come back.
2nd and 2 tight formation pitch. Ward fumbled, and it will be recovered by the Warriors. King falls on it, but it's a loss on the play.
Yep, heads-up play by King there. Pitch may have been a little bit behind Ward, but we've seen that a couple times from that pitch there by Adena. And it looks like
Ward on down on the field, so a cramp, yeah. So hopefully nothing too serious there as he tried to come back and haul that ball in from the fumble. But we'll take a break here for one of our sponsors.
White's Meat and Deli. White's Meat and Deli, located in Bainbridge, Ohio, is a locally owned and operated meat and deli. They offer some of the best primal cuts of meat in southern Ohio, and they have a deli that is stocked with a wide selection of lunch meats and deli cheeses. They're even available for special orders, so whether you have a hankering for some bologna and cheese or a more refined palate, White's has you covered. Brace Place Orthodontics. An orthodontist you can trust, Brace Place provides braces and clear aligners to patients of all ages. They can help you get the beautiful smile that you want by straightening teeth naturally. As a specialty practice, their services are limited to orthodontics and related care. So that means every patient is important, and they'll work with your general dentist to give you the best orthodontic care possible. CNC Barbershop. Need a cut, trim, shave, or new style? CNC Barbershop has you covered. When you sit down in the chair, you'll be greeted with attention to detail, and you'll always finish with a refreshing hot towel, great for these cooler months. Whether you're growing a mullet or have come to your senses, CNC is the place to be for a great cut and a great time.
All right, so Tyrelli Ward still down on the field, getting stretched out with what looks to be an apparent cramp. We got a couple things going on in terms of fall sports. Nate, tell us a little bit about what's been going on for McClain in terms of fall sports besides football.
Sure thing, man. So, again, the season's still pretty young, but in terms of boys soccer, they're 1-1 on the season right now. They just won against Fairfield 4-1 last night.
Yep.
So, big win for Greenfield and against our fellow Highland Countyers.
Yeah, and I did notice that that Coach McNeil had posted a couple things when it came to who had done the damage there. Joe Lugo with 2 goals.
Yep.
Seth Weller, we've called his name for PATs. He had a goal, and so did senior Wes Smith as well.
We'll get to some of the other sports here in just a minute. Carry by Gordon there on the play. Short gain on the play, I think. And I believe he was brought down by Cade Sponsel on the play. Cade's been a little bit everywhere on defense tonight. He's done a great job on the line, but defensively he's been a man out there. So we talked about boys soccer, girls soccer with their new coach, our boy, everybody's friend, Blaine Bergstrom. Shout out to you, Blaine. They're same on the season. They're 1-1 on the season, 1 win, 1 loss.
Actually, I mistyped that. They are actually yet to get underway.
Oh, yeah, they are, yeah.
Yeah.
First game is not until
the 26th.
August 26th.
Yeah, so they got another week as of tomorrow. So they got a little bit of time for keying up there.
Yep. But the volleyball doesn't have to wait as long. Volleyball gets their season started off tomorrow at the Spike and Dig tournament over in Hillsboro.
Yep.
So if you are over in Hillsboro and have a hankering for watching some good volleyball, head on over to the Spike and Dig tournament.
Yeah, and golf, golf is probably one of those sports that they've
golf.
had a ton of action already because it has to, get underway before the weather gets bad. But the boys were in action at Hillsboro for a quad match. They finished 3 out of 4, and Jeremy Webb, Carter Nelson, and Leland Urey were the low scorers for the Tigers.
Meanwhile, in the football
Andrew
game,
Rader.
Big play,
big
assisted by
time.
Cam Medley. So that's going to result on a short loss on the play, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So Tigers will take over around their own 10-yard line. First and 10. And in terms of in girls golf, the season has started off pretty hot here. Coach Derek Lyons, I know he's talking a lot about his girls, how they're just a really well-balanced golf team. They've been led by Callie Posey, Jacqueline Bolander, Kaylin Sterling, Abby Lovett, Avery Murphy, and Kate Barrett. All shooting some of them are shooting in the 50s, it looks like. That's good scores for the girls out there. So keep it up, Lady Tigers.
And they had their first FAC match of the season. I believe that was either last night or a couple days ago.
Yep,
that was over at Chillicothe Country Club as the Cavaliers hosted that. And they finished first in the league, and it wasn't
13
even
strokes.
13 strokes. I mean, you're talking about a very well-done performance there by the ladies.
Sounds about like when we go golfing. You beat me by 13 strokes every time, David. So
but you have to remember that it's not about who
You're
has
golfing
more.
Off the ladies' tees.
And I might have a higher number than you, but that's not how it works with golf.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, so hey, girls golf, keep it up, man.
Yeah, doing
Cross
great.
country for both boys and girls. New head coach Sam Mincy. We love Sam here.
Mm-hmm.
Big shout out to him. They're going to start next Saturday at the McClain Invite. So
Penwell
check that
has
out.
some grass in front of him. There is a flag behind the action, so likely coming back, but good gain by Penwell there.
Yeah, once again, great run by Caden Penwell. We'll see what the flag has. It's going to be hold by the Tigers, so that's going to come back. But yeah, as I was saying, with cross country next Saturday, if you want to see some people torture themselves, go watch them. Okay, they have to run 3.1 miles. It's usually really hot, really sticky. So big shout out to any cross country runner out there. I feel your pain. It's not easy. Big shout out to you guys.
And they will get their season opened up with the McClain opener. And the wild thing is I believe you mentioned, it is senior night or senior day.
Senior day.
Yeah, so that'll be kind of a good way to start the season, honoring the seniors and getting action underway here for McClain. I think from what I talked to Coach Mincy, most of their meets are going to be on Saturdays. I think they do have one meet for like a Highland County meet on a Wednesday, but they're going to be running on Saturdays, which means probably a little bit easier, I think, for the coach, the first-year head coach, Coach Mincy, to be able to kind of plan out what that week looks like for the Tigers. You don't have any kind of meets coming up at weird times.
Yeah, plus it's a little cooler on Saturday mornings. So, and in terms of football action for next week, McClain, we got to travel a little bit next week.
Yeah.
We got to head down south, a little bit closer to Kentucky.
Scioto County,
about your stomping grounds, Mr. Weeks.
A little bit past.
Might as well be the same, right? So they're going to be traveling to Portsmouth Northwest next Friday night, while Adena travels away to Fairfield Christian.
Yes.
Not exactly sure where that. I think that's more towards Cincinnati.
I believe
maybe,
so, yes,
right?
from what I understand.
So
yeah.
it'll be a little bit of a haul for both teams next week.
Yeah, Tigers will take on McDermott Northwest, the Mohawks there from around the Lucasville area. And I believe, was it home of Roy Rogers? Is that correct?
Roy Rogers is from Portsmouth.
That area.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
Last time we were down that way, we were supposed to play against McDermott Northwest, and they had a brand new stadium, but it wasn't quite ready, as Potts takes a handoff here. And so the game took place at Lucasville Valley. This will be the first time we've been at their new stadium.
Yeah. So Potts with the pitch out to the left. Maybe picked up one on the play. Very short gain, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
All right, so the Tigers just content to allow time to tick off the clock right here, not really in any hurry whatsoever. They are in the shadow kind of their own goal line here with the ball at the 11-yard line, 2nd and 9. Drake Stapleton calls for it with just one back with him. That's Potts taking the handoff. He will push his way forward near the 14, probably brought down at the 15, depending upon how the glare from the windows comes out here up in the booth.
Once again, short gain by Andrew Potts. What's more important is they're just eating away clock at this point. They're going to be content with probably just running again. And if they don't get the first down, they will definitely punt and let Adena have at it here. There's only 5 minutes left in the game. So obviously clock control's the only thing on the Tigers' minds at this point.
41-14. Palindrome score here. The Tigers with the good side of that in the fourth quarter. 4:45, tick, 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 ticking away. Snap, ball hits the turf, but a flag beforehand. It's going to be a false start against the Tigers.
So was a manageable 3rd down here. It's going to be pushing them back to a 3rd and 11 now. It's going to be ball around their own 10-yard line now.
Ball spotted there at the 10. The clock will wind, though, after the penalty, so under 4:40 now as the clock runs. Drake Stapleton, Potts in the backfield. Handoff. No, actually he pulls this time on the option run. Gets back to around the 14-yard line. Not enough to chew away to the first down, and they'll bring out the punt team.
So they will bring out Seth Weller to punt, while Mr. Thomas from Adena, him and number 27 Schaaf, will be the ones receiving the punt.
And kind of an interesting punt receiving formation here. Normally they will stand at the same level, but it'll be Thomas in front of.
Bad snap there.
And that'll be a safety. So 2 easy points there for the Warriors, and they'll get the ball.
Little over Seth Weller's head there. That'll put 2 points on the board for Adena. McClain will go ahead and punt the ball away to Adena, as is the safety protocol. So that will make your score 41-16 with 3:46 left to go in the game. McClain still ahead of Adena.
So Adena gets a couple points there, and they will get the ball. And I believe that is going to take place after a punt. So they're going to bring everybody forward, unless I'm not sure if Weller or Potts will have the punting duties. Looks like it'll be Weller still. Likely that punt not going to go nearly as far as what a kick would be. But they are going to tee it. Okay, so they have the option to do a tee kick instead of punting it away. Ball placed on the 20, though, and so that's why everybody comes forward. Weller tees it up. He'll walk back and
this is
step
where Seth
off.
just, you know, he wants to just kick the snot out of this thing and send it 100 yards back, but just keep it in bounds, keep it within play here so you don't get a penalty.
Sends it away.
Good
Short kick. Takes one hop and into Thomas's hand. He wiggles forward across into McClain territory and then brought down, and I believe it's number 80, Jet Watson, with the tackle. Thomas, the returner, brought down by number 80, Jet Watson of the Tigers.
Ball will be spotted on the Tiger 46-yard line, and Adena will take over 1st and 10.
All right, so the Warriors with a chance to start chipping away at this lead, but the biggest enemy right now, besides the guys across the line from them in purple and gold, is the clock. If they want to try to get back into this game, it's got to be quick strikes. Now they go into a spread formation as opposed to the tight power formations we'd seen before. Flag will stop the play, and it will be a false start as indicated by the line judge.
So once again, just any momentum Adena's getting, just penalties are negating that. So that will bring us to 3:39 left in the game. That will back us up 5 yards for a 1st and 15.
Warriors
on their own
at the 49. And it'll be King with Ward to his left. Snap taken, looks to his left. Spiral, well thrown.
Wow.
And
Good
I
catch there by
think Francis hauled it in. Yes, he did.
Wow.
Really lays out for that ball.
Francis had another near catch earlier in the game where he was kind of dancing on the sideline. They called him out. He caught it. It was just out of bounds that first time. This time, no doubt on that catch. Great haul in by Francis there.
Yeah, we can see.
Maybe a relative of Mike Francis, if I'm not
perhaps
mistaken.
It's hard to tell.
Little option play by
I don't
King
know
here.
for certain. Mike, a great coach for the Tigers when it came to track and field. Really good throws coach. So good to see him around when we get a chance.
Ward there showing some good sportsmanship to Cam Medley at the end of that play. Give him a little tap on the back there.
King will get the call from the sideline. Stand-up huddle, broken quickly. King will be in the shotgun. Pistol formation. Now Ward goes to his left. Rolling to the left is King. He's going to keep, and he is pursued by Caden Penwell. Brought down. Will he make the line to gain? It's hard to tell. The officials do wave the hands, though. Yeah, so it was enough yardage there for the first down. And it is inside the 10 where the ball is spotted. Warriors have it with a chance to score, but time still ticking off the clock as they break the huddle. 2:15 now here left in the fourth quarter. King shotgun, Ward to his left, motion by Thomas. King looks across the center of the field, tipped up in the air. Raider gets a paw on it.
Raiders having a pretty good game tonight. We called his name at least 4 or 5 times. Some different plays he's made for the Tigers. Raider only a sophomore, so seeing some good heady plays from him.
Yeah, doing a really good job at that linebacker position, which we know that the linebackers last year, Emerson Yates was an absolute animal in the middle of that defense, and I think they might have found someone with a pretty good head on his shoulders there with some youth still to his name. Andrew Rader doing a good job, number 25. Gordon takes the handoff, number 8, bounces off the left-hand side, makes one miss, and he is going to make it into the end zone. Yep, that'll be another Warriors touchdown.
That'll bring the score to 41-22. McClain still up. Good run there by Gordon for Adena.
All right, so.
And that takes us to less than 2 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, Gordon pushes his way into the end zone. Looks like number 74 for the Warriors with a little bit of a limp, but he is still going to stay in for, I'm going to assume, a 2-point try here. If I'm the Warriors, that would seem to make the most sense. No, it will not. They're going to bring out the kicking unit. So Watkins, number 4, will have another opportunity to put one through the uprights
and bring the score potentially to 23-41. Under 2 minutes here, 1:57 is what the clock in the stadium reads. Ball down, kick up, and good.
That will make your score 41-23. McClain with a comfortable 18-point lead with less than 2 minutes left to go in the game. Got to think they'll be content with just running Potts or maybe even a second string running back out there to end this game.
If you're the Tigers, I think on this kickoff you got to assume that they are going to try to go for the onside kick.
Yep, or some sort of squib.
Something like that. So you got to make sure you got your hands ready for whatever might be coming that way. And I'm sure that's what Coach Oakes is letting his return unit know. Hey, everybody, mitts ready, be ready to haul it in. Pointing to his special teams laminated play chart. Gets a couple guys off the sideline saying, hey, let's get this going here. Warriors will tee it up from the 40 as they make their way off of their sideline. Once again, Watkins doing all of the place kicking duties for Adena tonight. And they will only send Cam Medley as one deep returner back, and he's probably not nearly as far back as what most
McClain
would be.
Is, kind of setting up in that onside kick formation here. They got some of their hands team out there, if you will.
Yeah, looks to be most of the skill position players. So wide receivers, running backs. I think the only person that doesn't play a skill position that's out there, and I would argue that it probably does take more skill than most, is Jaden Allison, number 68. And he's got good hands.
Oh, yeah.
We know that from his ability to play basketball. Short kick, hauled in, straight to the turf go the Tigers.
And, while you mentioned that, Jaden Allison, one of my favorite McClain basketball players to watch from last year. That guy was all over the place. Sorry, had to get a basketball plug in there.
So the Tigers will take over on their own 42-yard line. Ball spotted on the far hash. Caden Penwell was the one that received that kick. So good job by him to just be smart, go straight to the turf, give your team a chance to get away with an opening season win. Number 2 for the Tigers, quarterback now. Handoff goes forward. We'll see who that was. Didn't see. I think it was Noah. Yeah, Noah Sponsel.
That's what it looks like, yep.
Baby Sponsel there with the run.
So Noah Sponsel, only a freshman. Cade's younger brother, of course. Leland Bond out there as quarterback for the Tigers. A couple young guys there.
Yeah, get some experience there for those freshman players. Leland Bond,
and
Noah Sponsel.
The coolest thing is it's the first game of the season, and they're already out there getting some experience. That's good for them.
Yeah,
that'll
great.
serve well for some of the JV games coming up.
Great to be under the lights anytime if you're a McClain football player, but especially good to roll out the second team or junior varsity unit and allow them to close out the game here.
Absolutely.
Clock stopped with 1:40 left. Tigers with a 41-23 lead. It's been everything that you would expect from McClain. A very heavy dose of Andrew Potts, and then sprinkle in some razzle-dazzle with Caden Penwell on a number of scoring plays. And the Tigers with a great opportunity to escape tonight with a victory. Pitch this time goes out to number 21. That would be Tanner O'Connor, I believe, off the left side.
I think number 10, Dalton Rowland for the Tigers, he was literally all by himself out there on the left side. He was like, give me the ball.
Indeed.
Throw it to me. I don't blame him. All right, clock keeps ticking away. About a minute left in the game. Tigers played a pretty well-rounded game tonight, David. I didn't see a lot of big gaping holes either offensively or defensively.
No, I thought
I think we can continue to just patch up those edges a little bit more on defense. But overall, very nicely played game.
Noah Sponsel, the freshman, oh, you can tell that he is an absolute bull.
Just like Big Brother, he's out there banging. The Sponsel boys certainly are not afraid to make a hit out there, that's for sure.
You can tell that Noah Sponsel has spent some time on the farm because he has just that level of strength that is just not something you can really teach outside of just life experience. And he rumbles his way forward for a good run. Pitch once again, now will go to him. And he keeps driving forward. The freshman, I'm telling you, he is a load to bring down.
Yeah, Noah Sponsel getting some good experience out here. He says Big Brother's not going to take all the glory on this Friday night. I'm going to get a few yards while I'm at it. So that'll bring the game to an end. And your final for tonight's game, McClain Tigers 41, Adena Warriors 23. Tigers with the good first win of the season here, picking it up against an Adena team that typically is always pretty fairly matched up against the Tigers. Picking up a double-digit win. We'll take that first game of the season.
So good to see the Tigers come out and do exactly what you expected of them when it came to what they had in the arsenal. And really, as you mentioned, I mean, yeah, there were a couple errors here and there when it came to penalties, but overall a pretty clean game for the Tigers. Did a good job on offense. We saw some of that offensive line that was young, the young pieces, get solidified a little bit. I mean, we'll have to see what happens next week as they go up against another opponent that has some pretty good size in McDermott Northwest. But good to see those young guys on the line really holding their own. And what better way to end the night but to see some of what's coming up from the underclassmen there in the freshman ranks. Noah Sponsel getting some yardage, chewing it up here on a Friday night. Great to see.
Yeah, so, David, if you had to pick one impact player of the game tonight, it could be on offense or defense, who would it be?
I think overall it would be hard to not give that honor to Andrew Potts. I mean, he has the first 3 scores for the Tigers, gets another one there in the second half, 4 scores on the night. But, when it comes to the kind of highlight plays, you also got to tip your hat to Caden Penwell. All of the scores that he had were, I mean, you'd see him on the ESPN top 10. So, it's Andrew Potts. Maybe it's not the flashiest, but flashy, from Caden Penwell. Either way, every time they ended in the end zone, 6 points for the Tigers.
Absolutely, yeah. Caden Penwell and Andrew Potts both just doing a heck of a job out there. If there wasn't a hole or a gap, they certainly made it some way, somehow, just slightly different styles, lightning and thunder. But even Andrew Potts, even with the injury that he had earlier this week, he's pulling out some stops and pulling out some moves that, again, like you said, you wouldn't suspect from him. So once again, very good job by the Tigers tonight.
And we're going to let the alma mater play here as the band finishes out and the team and cheerleaders are able to get that tradition underway here in the season.
So once again, McClain alma mater, played by the McClain band, cheerleaders, football players, Tigerettes. A tiger, there's a tiger on the field. Someone get that tiger off the field, man.
That's
okay. So there's
just a wild animal
out
there.
That's awesome, yeah. Just wild animals. It's such a cool tradition that was started a few years ago, just to get all these different groups from McClain. You've got band kids, you've got football players, you've got cheerleaders, Tiger. It's just all these different groups coming together, honoring our amazing school at the end of the game. I love it.
So the Tigers once again coming out on top, 41-23, the final score here from McClain Field. In just a little bit, we're going to hand things off to the McClain Band and allow them to get a little post-game action for you. But again, we want to tell you some about what's been going on when it comes to sports around McClain. The soccer pitch was hot last night for the boys Tigers as they make their way to 1-1 on the season. They had a 4-1 victory against Fairfield. Joe Lugo nets 2 goals. Seth Weller gets a goal, and then senior Wesley Smith also getting a goal for McClain in that 4-1 win over the Lions on the soccer pitch. The girls have not gotten things underway when it comes to competition as of yet, but they will get their season started as they will travel to Logan Elm on the 26th of August, and that will be the first game for newly minted head coach Blaine Bergstrom for the girls program. So best of luck to the Lady Tigers as they get ready to get their season underway in about a week. In just a few hours here, tomorrow morning in Hillsboro, the volleyball team will be in action as they will be taking part in the Spike and Dig tournament. So there will be a couple games that the Tigers will be taking part in there. So best of luck to our ladies on the court when it comes to the volleyball action there for the Tigers. In golf, again, golf is probably the most experienced sport when it comes to the fall season thus far. They've had a number of matches. In most recent matches, the boys went to Hillsboro for a quad match, and they finished 3rd out of 4. And as mentioned earlier, Jeremy Webb, Carter Nelson, and Leland Urey were the low scorers on the night. Most of the Tigers there, as I looked at the scores, were very, very tight in scoring. So a very well-balanced team there, but those were the low scorers on that particular match. For the girls team on the golf course, they have started off their season hot. They've had some pretty good results overall, and one of the most recent results, they had their first Frontier Athletic Conference match of the season, and they finished 1st out of all of the FAC teams, and it wasn't by a little bit. It was by 13 strokes against the nearest team. I believe the nearest team was the Lady Iron. I think it was Jackson, actually, if I checked right. It was at Chillicothe, but I think Jackson had the number 2 team. And scoring-wise for the Lady Tigers golf team, it was Callie Posey. She posted a score of 55. Jacqueline Bolander right behind her with a 56. Kaylin Sterling, Abby Lovett, Avery Murphy, and Kate Barrett will round out the scoring there for the Lady Tigers on the golf course. But a great job by them. I mean, great to see the team come out in the top spot there in that first FAC matchup on the year. And then, as you mentioned before, we've got a cross-country. First-year head coach Sam Mincy has been working with the team and getting everybody geared up, pepped up for the season. A lot of hard miles put in over this summer, but I believe he's got the team ready. They will open up with the McClain Invitational. It's their home opener, their only home meet of the season, and it will be Senior Day. That will be taking place next Saturday, the 26th, as the Tigers will host a number of teams there for the McClain Invitational. It's bound to be a good time for everyone. If you enjoy watching people run as hard as they can and then cry and throw up after they finish, then
That's
you
a
will.
little dark, David.
It's the truth, though. I mean, these people they put their bodies on the line. And, I mean, every ounce of effort is put into it, and then sometimes comes out of it at the end, unfortunately for some. But regardless, it's just a lot of hard work put in by those cross-country runners. So good to get that season underway, and best of luck to our Tigers cross-country team and Coach Sam Mincy there. So it looks like the band is getting ready to get the post-game underway. So we'll hand it over to Mr. Rick Duffus, Mr. Skylar Mag, and everybody else as your McClain Marching Tigers, Tigerettes, and Majorettes take the field for postgame.
And there was Coca-Cola in 2000.
They said go, and then they said fight, and then they said win. Go, fight, win.
She was asking what they were going, right? What do are they like spelling something like
Not right now. Earlier they did an M, and at homecoming this year they're going to spell out fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you so much for sticking around for us during post-game. No matter where you may be traveling this evening, we hope that you will remember that.
And we are back. Just some closing thoughts here real quick. Big thanks to the McClain band led by Rick Duffus and the Tigerettes led by Toddy Weeks. We want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Once again, big thanks goes out to all the support, not only from you guys, but also the Board of Education here at Greenfield, the administration as well. Great game to watch tonight, and we, again, thank you guys for tuning in. David and I are going to go ahead and check out, but tune in again at our next home game as we take on East Clinton on Friday. I believe that's September 9th. I'll have to double check that date, Brad, but it's the Friday of fair break. I'll just tell you that. Tune in next time, guys. Along with David Weeks, I am Nate Luke. We appreciate you. Have a great night. Go Tigers.